Ladies and gentlemen, Monday, I want to just give a shout out to our Veterans Memorial Day. Somebody said to me, Happy Memorial Day. And it's not a happy day for a lot of people, really quickly. It is a day that honors the 1 million plus men and women who gave their lives in service. So this is a very important day, a very sad day for the families of people who've made the ultimate sacrifice. This country, again, we fight for those ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which was a new idea when it came about and still is. Most countries are basically structured around authority and, hierarchy and God-given, status. Not so in this country. All men are created equal. At least that's the ideal that we reach for. So
that's why we brought in Captain America.
That's right. Thank you.
Today, we brought in the biggest goddamn American we could find.
Damn right.
I'm going to pipe you down there for a second.
Pipe me down.
I'm going to bring in Mr. Olympia.
And you know what, Brendan?
You know what? He makes you look like a string bean. I'm not going to lie.
Brendan.
Hey, Brian, you look like you have some horrible virus next to him.
That's exactly right. And I'm going to
flesh-eating virus.
And I want everybody to know that, but through this, if you will allow, I'm going to take my shirt off and stand next to you, and I'm going to do some. And you're going to pose, and I'd like to match your poses. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Phil, this is going to get weird. The entire show, Brian is going to be talking about your muscles.
I haven't taken my eyes off.
Grabbing you. Your girl's here. If you want to slap him,
well, we hung in Denver and had a blast. Stevie Blue Eyes considers you his best friend. But you were big then, and I swear to God, you've gotten bigger in 2 weeks.
He's bulking, bro.
He's bulking right now.
Well, because you go into prep when July?
Yeah, no, June.
June, damn.
So we're talking,
because Olympia's in
3
September.
days. Yeah.
So you're gearing up here.
Yeah, big time.
So you're in preseason right now. It's like OTAs with hamburgers.
He's in OTAs with hamburgers. And by the way, he's you are. I watched this video of a thin, very muscular black man. Well, I shouldn't say black because you have more of a
caramel.
Is it more of a gold caramel?
Mocha.
Kind of like somebody been eating too many caramels. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say mocha.
Is that what he'd say? Either way, he 5'9" and he windmill dunked.
Oh, you talking about you saw the Brown Angel windmill dunk?
Bro, he windmill dunked at 5'9". Now
you went to the University of Denver, sir. DU.
But those are some. What we say on the street, we call them hops.
We haven't got Phil say one thing. Welcome to Finding Kid, Phil, where you won't get to say.
Well, I wrote a song. I'm not going to sing it, but this is what I was doing in the shower. This is not even the first song. I was going. I swear to God, I was taking a shower and I was thinking about you, and I swear to God, I go.
Butt naked, dripping wet.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Literally, this. I was like, Phil, he's a treat. He's a rippling mound of beef cake. Every time he's around, it makes me feel so friggin' safe. Safe. He's brown with sea blue eyes. I want to squeeze his buys and tries. He's got symmetry and style. Don't get me started on them thighs. That's as far as I went.
Brian has a rock hard boner right now. This is weird.
So if you exercise, you better fucking recognize there's one king, don't even try, or he'll make you fucking cry just like he did to my man Kai. Come on,
he's doing the kindness.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kindness.
He's the best, and he'll flex
bodybuilding beef
you with his chest. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. That's literally what I was doing in the shower. The little jingle came to me.
How much lather did you have? Like
a lot. I only cleaned my nether regions.
Are you still at Armbrust?
Yeah.
That gym's still pumping and everyone's in there?
We're killing it.
I miss that place, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like it's like the Gold's Gym of Denver, basically.
The Mile High Mecca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when you go in there, because it's got to be interesting for you to deal with the energy that comes with being Mr. Olympia, soon to be number 7. How do you deal with that in the gym? Do guys leave you alone for the most part?
Yeah, they leave me alone for the most part, but you do get those newbies that come in or fans from abroad that happen to take a holiday and say, hey, I'm going to go. Kind of like how they do at Gold's Venice.
Yeah.
People do a holiday here, and then they'll come to Denver and say, I want to go see where Phil Heath trains. And sometimes they wait outside, hoping that I show up. And then you show up, and you kind of have to kindly tell them, you better get me right when I'm walking in or right when I'm leaving.
Because this is where I work.
This is where I work.
Did you see the Rock posted a thing because he was at Gold's all the time, and people would come up to him and bother him, and he was like, hey, listen, not trying to be a dick, but if I have my headphones in and you see me in the middle of a workout, please don't ask for a picture or video thing.
Yeah, that's
He's like,
fair.
please don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a total distraction, and what people don't realize.
Unless you're off season, Phil.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, I'm still working, and could you imagine always having someone do that creepy shit with the camera, with the camera phone? They forget that you're holding heavy weight.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem, is that here you are trying to focus, and imagine doing like a 500-pound squat or something like that, and you hear snap, snap, or this, that, or someone doing the corner face selfie on you, and you can get injured. So,
Yes.
or if your technique's out, who knows? If your technique's off, then you got the lifting warriors like, look at Mr. Olympia. Oh, how about the rounded back, bro?
Yeah, doing deadlift or something.
I'll post boxing and be like, dude, head movement. I'll look and it's like some 16-year-old in his basement. I'm like, God damn it, man.
So that's the more difficult part, and we're finding it more with, and I hate to say it, but with the millennials more than ever, is that they'll be in there flexing with their shirt half up and this and that, and you're like, hey, man, you're in front of the dumbbell rack doing this. You got to show some better gym etiquette and stuff like that. So fortunately enough, at arm wrestling, you've seen it, we have more middle-aged guys that have been around weights long enough to kind of like slap these young kids up and say, hey, look, that's not how we get it done. Let's be respectful, because it's a pretty hardcore gym, but yet it's clean.
Right.
And that's what we try to keep there. But in other gyms abroad, like when my girl and I, we go train, it can become a freaking problem. So you kind of have to call the gym ahead of time to let them know you're coming in, and then just say nicely, hey, I'm in here if you want your staff, because staff will do it too.
Oh, for sure.
The staff will do it too. So you got to let them know ahead of time, I'm coming in, we're going to train. Afterwards, hey, we can get a group shot or whatever for like 5-10 minutes. That's it.
That's how long, when you say train, how long is a training session for you?
90 minutes on average.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
We're hitting individual muscle groups, Brendan.
For sure. When you go abroad, like bodybuilding is so much, like, don't get me wrong, it's pretty big here, but abroad,
it's ridiculous.
You're like Tom Cruise out in that bitch.
Like Germany and
you're like a
places like
soul
that.
ass
For sure.
Tom Cruise.
Like you just mentioned earlier, like how you were going to Australia.
Yeah.
I remember spending an entire month there doing a whole tour all the way from the bottom all the way up to Darwin, near the damn equator and back.
How big is Australia?
It's big enough, and as far as the bodybuilding scene, it does trump the U.S. in some areas, just for bodybuilding.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know, but I do know this, that at one point in time, Schwarzenegger was down there quite a bit. He did a lot of seminar down there. A lot of those photos that you see of him back in the Pumping Iron days,
on
those
the
black and
beach
whites and
and
stuff, that's over in Coogee Beach.
Is it really?
And over at the Opera House.
But they've never had, like Australia, they've never had like a big time Olympian champion.
No, never.
You would think the Olympia would do it like international stuff, like Olympia Germany, Olympia UK, because they keep it in Vegas Orleans, for God's sake.
So before that, in '99, it was in other cities and countries. When it originated, we're talking like over 50 years ago, the Olympia was started in, it'd be in Pretoria, South Africa, where Pumping Iron was filmed, different parts of Germany, Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, it would jump around, kind of like the Olympics almost.
Yeah, don't go to Atlanta.
But it was in different areas. And then finally in '99, they decided to have it at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, and they just kept it there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, I see the point, because it's easier to have everybody fly to Vegas. Then you're not going to get any Americans that, there's not enough Americans that even use a passport, let alone, know how to get around in Europe and Asia. So
it's just so big that I feel like you guys could do such a bigger venue if you did in Germany or something like that.
I think Vegas has the infrastructure for it, doesn't it?
I believe so too. And we're talking about, the e-commerce part, the commerce part about it is huge. Tons of supplement companies, equipment companies, you name it, all have no problem flying to the States to get, more business made in expos. But I do agree that there should be more shows outside the U.S. that are larger. And that's why the Olympia brand has decided to do like an amateur contest in different parts of the world, from Russia to Germany, and now starting to do pro shows in those areas too. And Arnold Schwarzenegger has his Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic in Brazil, Australia.
I didn't know that. Because it started in Ohio, right?
Started in Ohio, and now he has it in Hong Kong as well as, South Africa, Australia, Hong Kong, Barcelona, and Rio.
He's killing it.
So he's doing that. So now the Olympia is realizing, like, hey, look, bodybuilding is in over 150 countries. There's different amateur Olympia contests along with pro shows there, representing that brand too in Kuwait, and also in other parts of the country, other parts of the world. So it's growing. Of course, for me, I'd love to participate, but I'd like the prize money to go up a little bit more. For me to do that.
Do you get a different kind of recognition when you go across season than you do here?
Yeah, I mean, living in Denver, it's like hey, do you play for the Broncos or something? It's like, and then some people are starting to recognize.
He's the swollest NFL player.
I know, and I always say that shit. I'm like,
I play running back, bitch.
How the hell?
I play running back.
Yeah, right.
You've seen a running back in the NFL? They don't look like Phil.
Hell no. So, outside of Denver, when I come into LA and stuff, yeah, people recognize me in this and that. But when I go abroad, yeah, it's bad. Security, all that.
Especially when Pump and Iron 2 came out. Have you seen that, B?
No. I saw Generation Iron.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, what's Pump Iron 2, right?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a scene in that movie where I laughed the hardest I've ever laughed.
I know what it is.
My entire life.
I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say what it is?
Go ahead.
Tell me if I'm right. When he's on horseback.
Homeboy's on the horse.
Oh, Branch.
And he's all finally feeling good. No injuries. Ah! Ah! Falls off. He's
my God fucking
damn it.
I couldn't believe that.
Dude, I was laughing so hard.
I was too, and it was terrible because he even said, I think right
finally
before
this year, no injuries.
I haven't had any injuries. A lot of times you get injured not lifting, you're doing other dumb stuff, and he fell flat.
The horse was all.
It was tough because he's got so much muscle, he wasn't able to really be dexterous.
What sucked was that that was not supposed to be in the film.
Oh, well, yeah.
And of course, the director's going to say, no, it's not going to be in there.
No,
yeah,
we won't show this, Branch.
Yeah, so
I would have put it in there.
I'm friends with Branch, and I felt horrible because I remember watching that at the premiere, and I'm looking, oh, man, Branch is going to kill this director.
Was Branch upset?
Well, yeah, because, it was kind of embarrassing, but people don't realize the backstory from it.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, the sound boom spooked the damn horse,
shit.
and he told their asses to leave him alone. And a horse, dude, they're out.
Animals of flight.
Yeah, so
a horse?
They spooked them.
So scary?
Oh, yeah.
With the boom mic?
Fuck yes.
Because remember, they had to get that boom mic positioned a certain way while he's on it, and they done agitated the hell out of this thing.
Damn, and that thing bugs him off.
There
goes his chances.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's hilarious at his expense.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate because it wasn't like what you saw in the movie, like, he gets on there and the horse just says, yeah, and then that would be funny.
I was dying.
It even sounded like that boom mic caused him.
I was dying. I'm sure he's a great guy, and I just felt, but it was an important part of the movie, actually. I mean, and to his credit, he got hurt, but he didn't look bad. It was just one of those.
It was just one of those.
He did look bad, but it wasn't. It's not like we judged him.
He missed Olympia, I think, right?
Yeah.
His ACL
did that kick him out of the?
I think no.
Didn't help him.
Yeah, that didn't help then. I mean, he had torn an ACL. I think it was prior to that.
God,
dude, how about this on horses? So my wife rides a lot.
Okay.
So she's out in Westlake and she's riding where she rides. And her horse, she's got he competes on this horse. It's a real beautiful, expensive, beautiful horse. And this horse starts getting, kicking like that. And she's like, what the fuck is going on, man? And it kept backing up and there was this pile of wood. And she's like, well, I don't understand what's going on. What is he seeing? She's looking around because they'll spook at his plastic bag or something, or maybe nothing. Couldn't figure out. And the guy who'd been one of the grooms, just this guy didn't really speak English that well, just knew horses. He goes, please wait. This moving the wood. Gets a stick, and a giant rattlesnake was in the wood. And snakes are very afraid. I mean, horses are very afraid of snakes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that thing, and he knew that the horse smelled or sensed that snake was fucking in there.
Well,
wow.
Branch was just fucked. There's a boom mic.
Yeah, well, it might look like a snake.
Those guys are lucky that they didn't get their ass kicked by Branch.
How mad he was? So
he
upset.
had to be pissed. I mean, I didn't put it like this. I don't talk to him about it.
Really?
None of us talked to him.
Was that Generation X? Was that
Generation
was a lot of it scripted? You know what I'm saying? Like, was the stories real?
Unfortunately, I think their goal was to get like more of a docudrama out of it than how it was initially presented. It was presented to us, or at least to me, as a documentary. And then, I would ask questions like, so you're interviewing me, but what did the other guys say? Now, of course, this is where reality shows are, predicated off.
Well, they got to tell a story, a narrative.
Right. So I thought that the guys that were involved, if they were being honest about who they are and what they do, would be good enough. But they had to embellish certain aspects of it. And, as a viewer, like when I saw the premiere, I thought, well, I guess they kind of have to change the narrative up just to make it entertaining.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for me, of course, they didn't go into my so-called character deep enough to illustrate like how I became champion. What does it take to maintain that? It was more like Phil Heath has everything going for himself. Kai Green lives in a shithole.
Yeah.
And he eats one meal a day and this and that.
Yeah, that's what it felt
he
like.
poses in the subway to make money.
Yeah, he's dead broke. Like, he barely get by, which isn't true.
It's so fucking stupid because when I was second in the world, I was still making, over $500,000, living in, had 2 homes, driving a Bentley, all this other shit, right?
He chooses to live like that, right?
I just think that he had more than one residence.
Yeah.
And, they chose to show that.
So he's
made money. He's made over.
Hell yeah,
the guy's made over
the second biggest in the world.
We're not talking about
when I was second best. I'm saying I was making just in contests and guest postings and stuff like that over $500,000, right? Excluding endorsements, all this other stuff.
Now think if you're doing the side hustle,
so then if you're when you're number one, don't you think you're going to go in a higher tax bracket?
Yes,
absolutely. So how does that work? So I was more confused with how the viewer got so fucking stupid into thinking like. That's his real life.
Because you find yourself like he's this underdog.
I bought into it.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this: when that guy goes to that expert who can tell you whether you're ready or not, I think he's been in jail for a while or something, and he came out.
Victor Martinez.
And he was flexing, and the guy, it was really wild. That might have been true because I saw the guy's face.
That was true.
Yeah, you could see the guy's face,
true.
And he was like trying to be cool, and he goes,
"He doesn't.
I just don't think you're ready."
So
man.
That's our head judge, Steve Weinberger. He's awesome, and he's like straight New Yorker. Tells it to you like it is.
Yep.
Will go in your face and be like, I've seen it a million times. People will go to his gym over in Long Island and ask for his critique, and that's what Victor was doing.
Okay.
And what you saw right there was totally real.
Yeah.
Steve is looking at him like...
it hurt him to say it?
Yeah, and Steve's known Victor for forever, throughout his majority of his... pretty much all of his career. Last thing you want to say is, no, you're not ready, but he doesn't want to make you look like a fool, and it hurts the sport itself.
If you were to get up there.
Yeah, it's like in boxing or in MMA. If you know the guy is fresh off the couch and he's going to get his ass kicked, does that really...
see that. Yeah.
You don't want to see that. That's just bad for everybody.
Yeah.
So Steve, he's one of those guys. Like I'm going to do an appearance for him next weekend, or actually this Saturday. And if I'm 18 weeks out from the Olympia and I say, "Hey, how am I looking?" I better be prepared for that same critique that he gave Victor.
He's pretty harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the same guy that's going to be judging you on stage.
And will he look at you and say something like, your delts need more development, you got to bring your biceps up closer?
For sure. And he may tell you that you're not going to get it in time.
Damn,
he's a hater.
Damn.
I mean, it's not even a hater, dude. It's
honest.
That's the hardest part about
Mr. Olympia.
I mean, he may say, "Hey,
how many times has he Mr. Olympia?"
Doesn't matter.
Shut your mouth.
Because he's seen them all.
Yeah, he knows.
He's seen Dorian Yates up close. He's seen Ronnie Coleman, Lee Haney. He's seen these guys. So it's like you were asking for adjudication, and you better look. That'd be like me having no fight experience, going up to Boss Rutan and saying, "Did I throw this punch correctly?" And he's going to like, "Hell no, you didn't."
The UFC's hurting right now. They'll probably sign you, Phil. Yeah, sign CM Punk. They'll probably sign you. Dana White'd be like, "I'm not mad at that roundhouse,
that's
Phil.
True. What the fuck?
I'm not mad at that roundhouse. Let's get you in there."
Yeah, it ain't worth. I'm good.
Let's get you in there.
But
when I've heard Arnold talk about this, I've always wanted to ask a bodybuilder where he will focus on that one muscle part, like actually think it bigger, like it becomes.
The mind muscle connection.
Yeah, do you do all that shit or no?
I believe that when you are training that muscle group, it's your job to focus your mind into that area to stimulate more growth, right? So it's just like, remember when you were a teenager and you're trying to flex your pecs or something like that?
Yeah.
That takes mind and muscle connection.
I would do push-ups in the bathroom before I went out to meet the girl I wanted to have sex with. I had my shirt off and to get a little pump going. It was very sad.
Well,
but anyway,
you're definitely trying to focus your mind and energy, saying like, I got to get this chest bigger.
Get your mind right.
So it's no different in this. I think it would be somewhat synonymous to like when I'd be playing basketball in college, like focusing on my form and technique, shooting a jump shot. Like you got to know how that touches, that you're focusing on every little aspect there is. And in bodybuilding, it's a cult sport, so people don't, they just think, oh, you just go in there and just do this and it works. It's like, no. We're trying to, involve more mind-muscle connection to get those different fibers, working together.
Neurons firing.
Yeah.
For you, because you're going for your 7th, right?
Yes.
You're going for the record's 10?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Damn.
Lee Haney, right?
Yeah, Lee Haney and Ronnie Coleman both won 8.
So is it you have to do a different approach every year, or is it you just have to maintain that look that's gotten you the trophy already?
I think just overall, your body's going to evolve. You're just like anyone's, fighting style or basketball player or whatever. Your body essentially is going to get used to certain stimuli. So you have to figure out, in bodybuilding at least, things grow at different rates in time. So like, let's say someone's legs are always going to be big.
Yeah.
That means that maybe they have to make sure their upper body catches up. And then once the upper body catches up, maybe he needs to train calves more or something like that. So for me, last year's emphasis was making sure my leg development was on par with everybody else, and if not better. So I train it twice a week. Now they're much better, that I have to make sure that I'm still hitting them as hard, but now I got to train my calves harder because my quads got too big.
Yeah.
Damn, it's so
It's
interesting.
just all these different
It's
things.
a constant process of adjustment and symmetry.
Because when I first became Mr. Olympia, people were like, wow, you look really, really good. I was like, oh, thanks. They're like, what'd you do different? I said, I stopped training arms every week. They're like, what? I go, my critique always was that Phil Heath's arms overpower his physique. Like, it overpowers his delts and his chest. So I was thinking, okay, well, if I train my delts and chest twice a week and then train my arms maybe once every 2-3 weeks, it'll even it out. And people would say, well, why would you? No one wants to like not train arms. It's like, yeah, I don't not want to, but in this game, you're trying to, make sure everything is balanced.
Are you self-conscious about anything? Like when you look in the mirror?
Oh, every day.
Really?
You gotta be, right?
Every day,
you
man.
feel out of shape now, even though you're swole as fuck?
Yep.
Really?
Every day.
You're like, damn.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
fat.
Or just not as big, or wow, like like my girl and I were here on vacation and stuff, just hanging out. Wow, I only ate 3 times today. This is bullshit.
You only ate 3 times a day?
Yeah, and you're thinking,
well, it's
I'm supposed
noon,
to,
sir.
Yeah, but you're thinking I got 7 more. I got
how many
to have
calories
7 meals
do you
a day
try to
and
get
this
in?
and that.
How many calories do you try?
Over
to get
5,000. So how am I going to do that when I'm on vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that.
No.
We can do that. I'll take you one meal. All right, so right now you can basically eat whatever you want, because before you go into this strict training camp, right now it's just you're getting anything you want, or you still eating?
I'm still practicing good habits. It's just that I'm practicing what I preach, to people in magazines and stuff, which is, eating 5-6 good meals a day. And then
what is
having,
good meals? Like clean
meals. I mean, I can still have, protein, steak, like steak, fish, chicken, carbs, whether it be white rice or brown rice, different types of potatoes. The only difference is right now I'm able to have like sushi or pasta or more sauces on meals.
What about dessert?
Yeah, so I can have dessert like, once a day.
I'm mad at that.
And that ain't bad right now. Like, I'm getting all that in. And then if I want to have a glass of wine or whatever, I can do that. But come next week, there's none of that.
So next week
Next week, yeah. So
that's
after
when it
this
starts. That's when the shredding down
officially starts next week.
So training camp starts next week.
Yeah.
So how far out are you?
It's in September.
Yeah, so September, mid-September. So we're like 16 weeks.
So you got a strict 16 weeks. And when do you guys go keto completely toward the end?
Not necessarily, because for my body type, what we do is carb cycling.
You say keto, B?
Yeah, because I know a lot of fitness competitors who want to really shred up, they stick to literally the keto as fuck. It drives them crazy.
For me, that doesn't work very well because of the fact that, to keep the roundness in my muscle, it needs a larger glycogen storage. So I got to ingest a lot of carbs.
I've never heard of bodybuilders doing keto.
Yeah, because they're fat in the off season. They get fucking fat, and then they realize, oh shit, like I got to rip up for this contest, and they have to switch. And sometimes guys have had metabolic damage because of them, dieting like fat diet style.
Yeah.
And the keto diet helps them, restore like their, adrenal glands and all this other stuff. They'll do like an adrenal cleanse beforehand, and then they'll do this keto diet to get their metabolism going. So then they can eat more of healthy foods. But for me, I try to stay within 25 pounds of striking distance throughout the year, so I don't have to kill myself on the cardio and on the diet.
So you're not blowing up outside of camp.
No, because who wants to live like that, especially during the middle of summer? That's brutal because
you get hot.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm in Denver, man. Like it's high altitude, it's dry. It can be miserable, if you treat your body like that.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a whole team? So you have a dietitian, chef, everything?
Well, my chef, my girl, she's really so
she makes all your meals?
Yeah, I'm so thankful, dude.
She's in shape.
Dude, here's the best part. Here's the best part about it.
You fucks.
So Cherie, my girl,
Can you imagine if she came in with a troll?
I'm like, she's got hair on her back. She's got
at least she makes all his meals.
She's a great girl. She's got a big
that
dick.
wart on her face. I get.
That's right.
She cooks a mean piece of chicken.
She cooks a mean
that makes
piece
sense.
of chicken. She's a really handsome young man, and the thing about her
just shows up as with a troll.
She looks like
she makes all my meals though, man.
She makes
looks like that ugly ass character from 300.
Lift your shield. Get out of here. Cooks the meanest steak in the world.
Those are growths. They're not barnacles, everybody.
Right.
They're just growths.
So she's in charge of cooking.
So what she'll do is we'll get the text message or email from my trainer, Hani Rambod. We'll kind of do the online consult, phone consult, and she'll have the whole diet. She'll prepare all the meals and then the times and everything. And then, I'll eat them. And obviously in between that time, have massage therapy once or twice a week, deep tissue. We do the infrared sauna therapy. I have a hyperbaric at the house. I do acupuncture, chiropractic work 2 to 3 times a week as well.
You do all that.
Let me ask you this, Phil.
all that shit.
Let me ask you, because in a fighter's training camp, it's going to cost for a good training camp, with the training partners, gym, food, diet, all that stuff. Let's say it costs 50 G's for a good camp.
Costs about that much? Wow.
Well, just depending. If at a world class level, let's say 50 G's. Mm-hmm. For you, since you're training camp 16 weeks,
it could be a lot. I mean, we're talking a lot of money.
Give me an estimate here.
Well, gosh,
you're not be dead on. I don't need your tax return.
It's definitely over $50,000 because you got to think just in food alone. I mean,
that's what I'm thinking. I think you're spending.
Just on me, just
$200K.
No, not that much. But I mean, you got to think. Okay, I can do the math real fast. I mean, in massage therapy alone is going to be over $10,000. Chiropractic work.
That's a must.
Yeah, and I have to do it
because you get so balled up. And
you
got massage therapy.
So you got massage. 10. You can add another 10 on that to 12 just in chiropractic and acupuncture.
20.
So now you got food, which is easily $5,000 a month just on me. Okay, so it's more than that. So we're probably
say another 10. Yeah.
So acupuncture and chiropractor. What is that guy?
Well, let me keep going through this, people. So that's 30 G's.
So you got just that alone, and then trips to California to go see my trainer, to go work out with him, flying him out to come see me.
Because do you have a trainer all the time during the thing?
No, not all the time.
He sends you the workouts?
But he'll send me workouts, but he'll also
come in.
You
have to pay him a fee, though.
Yeah. So there you go. And that fee is definitely pretty damn high. So, I mean, we're looking at a 6-figure deal just to go into, contests.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to cost me $100,000 to look like you? Fuck, man.
And then, but does your trainer work with anyone else competing in Olympia?
Yeah. Well, he used to. He used to work with a couple other guys, but now he focuses on myself. Also, a couple others in different categories.
Oh, perfect. Which makes he's not working with competitors.
Yeah, not guys that I'm competing with.
Yeah.
No.
He's not sending Kai workouts. Or
Hell no.
No. Yeah.
So when you do the point of the massage therapy is to get muscle recovery, kind of.
Absolutely, but you have to keep in mind I go through injuries just like anybody else. So we got to decrease lactic acid buildup. Work on the lymphatic system. All those things. Because I'm doing cardiovascular work. 45 minutes twice a day. So in addition to
you're doing like
on the stairs and stuff,
yes.
Step mill, all step mill normally.
I thought you guys didn't do any cardio.
Hell no. I mean, you got to
zero cardio.
Yeah, I thought you just because it got in the way of putting on bulk and stuff.
No, so that's why you end up eating more because you're realizing to keep positive nitrogen balance, you got to ingest more proteins, moderate carbs, healthy fats to keep that energy level and that muscle glycogen storage up so you can still stay full. And the guys that want to do keto, I mean it works, but they actually may be more depleted toward the end, where their muscles, although they could be a very massive person, but their body doesn't have any push because they have lack of carbohydrates.
Right.
They don't have that 3-dimensional muscle that I present on stage.
So when you're in training camp, you're eating how many times a day? Including seven?
7, if not 8 times.
Phil, I'll be honest with you. It sounds exhausting.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Do you love it or
full-time job?
The eating part, I could do without it.
You look like you're crying behind your eyes.
Yeah.
He went, hell yeah.
You're always full.
The week of the show is the worst because I'll be in Vegas. She'll be, short order cook. Like Hani could say, hey, cook this, and this. And then he'll take a look at me and say, scratch that shit. We're doing this meal instead.
Wow.
And then so she's got to make that. And then I have to eat with, now we're talking about water depletion. So now it's going toward the end of the prep.
Bet your brain's firing just fine too.
You're ready to just
kill someone.
I hear how fighters get. I'm probably right there. Like if you came into my room like, hey, Phil, what's going on? And you had like a burger and fries and shit. I probably,
worst.
Yeah,
so you're not drinking water is what you're saying.
Yeah, toward the end, I mean, I'm having so the Friday night is on, the prejudge is on Friday night. So come Thursday afternoon, maybe this
Those 2 waters for the day.
What's this, like
Motherfucker.
8 ounces each? So on Friday, maybe this much that's still left in. That's probably 6 ounces. And that's just a sip on while you're eating. So imagine eating, there's one thing of eating
dry
protein,
chicken.
right? But try dry ass chicken or dry steak
Halibut.
with baked potato. Could you imagine eating
With baked potato, you can put some butter on there?
No.
Fuck no, sir.
Hey, man, I don't know, bro. He's like, fuck no.
God
sir.
damn it.
So you're ready.
There's
So,
no butter here.
no, hell no.
A dry goddamn potato.
Yeah, you got to
and
do
some
that.
Steak.
Could you imagine doing that 8 times in a day with no water?
No.
You've been
ready to
bodybuilding
fuck
for how
somebody
long,
up.
Phil?
Huh?
How long have you been doing
It's a
this?
science, too.
Shit, man. I've been pro since 05, summer of 05.
05, son.
12 years.
So, yeah, 12 years pro.
And what's to you? Is there? Have you guys thought about this? Have you talked about it with your girl? Is there like an end?
I'll
kind
answer
of-
it when he gets 10.
Yeah, there you go.
when
So
you
I
get
want to
10?
break. I want to break that record
Then
of
what?
8.
Then what?
Then 9. Then 10. Then be out here with you fuckers and doing some TV shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, hang it seriously.
Trying to do the Arnold thing?
Yeah, like
You gonna
for
trim
real.
down and all that?
Yeah, I'll trim down if I have to. I mean, if someone said, "Hey, you'd be better off," I'm sitting at 270 right now. If they said we need you at 245, fine, I'll do
Yeah.
it. If they need me at 230, that's going to take some effort, but I'll get down to that. It'd probably be better on my joints and stuff if they wanted me to run or do something else like I used to. But that would be the goal. I mean, currently right now, I work, very closely with the USO, so I do military appearances. I do a lot of that cool stuff. So I want to continue doing that. Trying to get my, self into, acting and whatnot, but more importantly, just spreading the world of health and fitness continuously throughout the world, but not just through me being on stage.
Yeah.
I want to get involved in, school programs, stuff like that. Be like that household name by person. My nickname's The Gift, but I want to give myself to others,
Yeah.
Provide service. It's great being a champion, but it's also greater giving out service to others and trying to motivate them. So when I'm not competing anymore, that's what I really want to devote my time to.
Do you
I heard
find
it.
like the youth are jumping into bodybuilding? Like, are they, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
I think
a
so.
it's a little bit of a tough
I
route.
feel
Yeah.
it'll always be a subculture.
Yeah, it'll always be a subculture, but I do think that with these other categories, you will find people that are interested in working out.
Because there's like a board short. What is it?
Yeah,
What-
they have like men's physique. They wear
Yeah.
the board shorts and stuff, and then
these
you have
are Shred City.
Yeah.
That's our style, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they have classic
style.
physique, which is
City,
a little
baby.
bit bigger, but yet is height and weight category.
Yeah.
So I think that category, you're going to find those people that, really enjoy working out, still want to be somewhat functional outside of just competing. But I do realize that those people that go into that particular division just over time will outgrow their division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get a kid that's 18 years old, he's competing in this division. That division is going to max. He's going to max that out, and he's going to have to do open class bodybuilding.
Yeah, he's gonna get big.
Yeah, it just over time. So I tell those guys, look, I would have the game plan of doing those categories, whether it be men's physique, the board shorts, and then doing the classic, and then saying, look, I want to be Mr. Olympia, and that's only in open class bodybuilding, and it's the biggest prize. We make over $400,000 at the Mr. Olympia contest, whereas they get a small fraction of that. It's not to say that they don't work hard. It's just that the Mr. Olympia prize has the largest lineage.
Yeah,
the longest.
it's the top of the.
It's the top of the top.
It's
I'll tell
Mount
you what-
Olympus, everybody. But let me ask you: one of the things that I've heard and I've read is that a lot of like what we know about nutrition actually came out of the bodybuilding subculture.
I would say so.
Yeah, like Joe Weider had been talking about a lot of the stuff that people are talking about now, like low carb or just good carbs, way back when in those muscle and fitness
That makes
editions.
sense.
Yeah, because they had to see a
Yeah, you gotta think about it. I mean, through competitive sport, I mean, we are the guinea pigs, right? So whatever we're trying to go for a desired look, no different than that other person wanting to go, that's reading a magazine that says, "Gosh, I got this beer gut. I just want to get shredded abs."
Yeah.
Well, we're the ones that know how to get that done. We're the ones that know how to get that extra inch on your biceps, or your tris, your calves, etc.
Because that's your job.
Because that's our
Because
job.
the NFL, they're not. No one's
No.
like, God, I need my biceps to get big.
No,
Right.
they just want speed.
It's
and
just more
power.
function,
Yeah,
right?
function.
So for those guys and girls that want to get, you see more girls want, to get involved because they want to not go the ass injection route. You know, like they actually want to say, okay, I can be strong. I can do back squats and this.
It's going to be a beast, though, girl, to build that ass. Let's be real. How hard is it to build that?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
Like, if it's a white girl with a flat ass, there ain't no Phil Heath program you can do to get a black ass.
No, the ones that I've seen have the greatest success of those girls that participated in high school athletics, I think, which is great because when you look at the female side of things, the girls that want to do like bikini competitions, fitness and stuff like that.
Never mad at those girls.
Those girls.
Never mad at those girls.
Those girls, you got to think, probably always had like some genetic potential. Some maybe some greater than others.
Yes.
But I think
because I could see a woman walking toward me.
Right.
Understand?
And I'll tell her. I'll tell her.
I can see a woman, I know she's got an ass though.
I can scroll through the popular page on Instagram and let you know if you have potential.
Yeah, and I'm right with you on that, my brother. But I can see a lot of times I can see a woman the way she walks toward me. I can see her body type, and I know she's got an ass.
Now I'm gonna slide those DMs back. Listen, caught you on the popular page. I see what you're working with. I know Phil Heath. With my 3 Easy Step program, blow out ass, girl.
You got to take my workshop. It's a personal workshop. We meet at a hotel.
Hotel?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Brian Callen. He's
some living room squats.
Creepy older guy in the corner. He crouched in the corner naked.
And then next thing you know, you see their selfie in the hotel mirror.
That's exactly
Good chance.
right.
Yeah. With Brian Callen in the background.
Yeah, great times.
And our careers ruined.
Yeah, exactly.
But women's bodybuilding, that's the tricky one. Well, because it's going to take a unique type of girl. Same with women's MMA. Like for a girl to get punched in the face, you're like, what did your dad do wrong? In women's bodybuilding, to compete like what you do,
so
like those girls I see, I'm like, God damn, girl.
So it's now been on this decline and kind of been pushed out. So now they have
makes sense though, right?
Now you got CrossFit girls. They're taking over.
So you got to think they have women's bikini, you have women's fitness, you have women's figure, and now you have a new category called women's physique, and that's when they're more streamlining the physiques, kind of like a Corey Everson, Rachel McClish, like old school style.
I remember those two.
Yeah, so more catered that way.
Not so much bulking.
No. So and I tell you what, we've just seen a couple girls. What was the one girl's name, babe? Shanique? Man, there was this one girl that did, what was it, New York Pro? Yeah, she did the New York Pro, and the girl's like flawless. Like,
Bring her up. Bring her up,
Chen. Shanique?
Yeah, I'm giving her a huge shout out right now.
Phil,
I'm she's
no. Phil, I want you to
Shanique.
I want you to speak to this.
She's definitely black.
I want you to speak to this too, because one of the things that I noticed is that women now, it is, and it's kind of a healthy thing.
QE at the end, I think.
Yeah. Women are competing in powerlifting. Women are competing in CrossFit. Women are getting bulked and big and swole for a woman now is considered attractive. And
that girl, she ain't even big, but this girl's like freaking flawless, man.
I just hit images, Jim.
This girl, freaking stupid. It's like not even fair, and I hate to say that in disrespect to like any other girls.
Female bodybuilders.
I'm not mad at her at all.
No, like she's actually well put together. I mean,
Brian, I'm not for you.
Listen,
you're too light in the ass.
But you know that never stopped me. I mean, that never stopped me. I step right up. Look at that.
Can we go to her Instagram? Can I see some regular pics?
That's a crazy.
That's how I judge a girl.
Look at that though. Look at those legs.
Oh, you should see her from the front.
It's incredible. There it is. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
She's
I'm way too light in the ass, huh?
Yeah, it's not for you.
I know, but you got to try sometimes. You got to poke you got to put your finger in the cage a little bit. Poke the.
Dang, she is really pretty.
Yeah. Well, she's clearly an extreme.
I mean, girl got cross sections in the outer sweep. I mean,
oh, what is
got
that?
What? Wait, I bet
she gets a mean
Phil
meal,
just
too.
dropped some lingo, some bodybuilding.
Ooh, go to the bikini one.
What did you just say about her though?
Right. So that's not bad, right?
No.
So that's
I'm not mad at her.
So that's where they're going toward, that type of look.
More like Wonder Woman look instead of She-Hulk.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for that division for the women because, for quite some time, they said women's bodybuilding, this, and this.
Well, there was
I kind of
four
agree,
of them who wanted to look like you with a wig on.
Pretty much.
There's four of them. It's going to take a unique girl to sign up for that.
No, but
where
like
with this,
that's just awesome. It is awesome.
You're seeing more and more of this, though. You're seeing, like, in the CrossFit games, the girls are looking really muscular. Yeah, with obliques
Now, that's a question I have for you guys. What do you guys think of this? Because, Colorado, very fit place. A lot of CrossFit places there. But I'm having a problem with seeing these girls do CrossFit and have this linebacker ass physique.
Well, first of all,
they're like real big
Brian
traps
celebrates
and
it. Brian
shit.
likes the traps. I'll pass.
Yeah, here's the thing.
hard pass.
Here's my thing about it is this, that when you look at these girls in the CrossFit Games, the ones that are really, first of all, there are a lot of anabolics involved. There
Right.
just are. And so their bodies are changing. Their bodies just
Right.
look, you've got this crazy traps, you've got crazy, obliques and abs that are crazy.
Dicks in
and
the
they're
front.
beasts. Yeah, I mean, they're beasts. They just look, their bodies are literally completely changed. And what's interesting about that is that, and I don't find it unattractive. I actually like a muscular woman,
Right.
very much. But
In a weird way.
and I think more and more men do. It's becoming more
Right.
kind of like, that's becoming more of the feminine ideal, which I think is, I celebrate, and it's all good. But what's interesting about it to me is that it's you're a bodybuilder, so you're the pinnacle of that. Right. And I think everybody, like people in CrossFit, want functional strength and everything else. But guess what else? They want to look great. That's why they work out with their shirt off, and they
Yeah.
do look great.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to CrossFit gym,
CrossFitters have some of the best bodies in the world.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I've seen- yeah.
And it's just interesting that there's almost like this, when I see those girls who are competing and they're killing themselves and doing, amazing things, but when they're bringing in the anabolics because they want to compete with the other girls who are doing the anabolics, and then they're looking like that, they're looking closer and closer to physique and fitness people, and I always kind of go, what are we really doing
What's
here?
the
Like,
goal?
what's really going on? What's the goal?
The overall goal between men and women should be three things. You want to train hard, train smart, have fun, but also you want to, you want to look good.
Yeah.
You want to feel awesome, and you want to have the courage to be able to, conquer your goals. I think overall, what we're seeing now is just a heavy increase in people wanting to look good, and that's great.
And strong, though.
and strength, and now we're seeing thanks to the Marvel brand, and DC comic brand, you're starting to see these women be very powerful on film and superhero-esque. Most guys got into weightlifting because of, a Charles Atlas, but then also because of Schwarzenegger, a superhero action star, whatever. For me, I've always loved seeing cartoonish style muscle.
Right.
And, being able to take my body to the next level is important. And overall, to be honest, now I know once I'm done competing how to eat right, what works for me. I can have healthy eating habits, not just with myself, with my girlfriend Cherie, but also when we have children one day, be able to say, look, this is what candy does. This is what, good foods do.
Yeah.
And really know how to go to a supermarket and figure out what's really organic and what isn't. Really understand what food does.
So much of it is food, right?
It's really all food these days. I mean, look, you cannot look like a Mr. Olympia being a rock star, eating bullshit and drinking beers and stuff. It's just not going to happen. You have to know everything there is that you put in your mouth. You have to know, okay, what type of steak do I eat? What type of potato? You got red potato, sweet potato, yellow potato, shit. How many other ones, babe? I mean, tons, right?
Are there potatoes that you avoid versus potatoes?
So right now I'm
love
realizing a baked potato right now is okay. But come during prep, a sweet potato, yam,
Sweet potato
is
all
going to
day,
be way better.
I
for
hear
me.
that. Why? That's so interesting. Just the
creamy,
structure of it.
It's different on the glycemic index and stuff like that.
Takes longer to break down.
Yeah, and different vitamins and minerals. Beta carotene, this and that.
Would you let your son, if you wanted to do it, commit to it?
No, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to say, son, you see all those trophies? Are you okay? Are you going to be all right going against that? Because you're not going against yourself. You're going against your dad.
That's very good advice.
And that's something that I know, and I know right now what it took to get there. I don't want that pressure for him. If he says, Dad, but I just want to do it for myself, and I'm going to say, look, they're always going to compare you to your dad. Because when I break that record, I am going to be the greatest of all time. So that's your goal. That may mean
mountain. That's a mountain.
That may
It could
mean
be a motivating factor, though. I just really look at Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt.
But that's different.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that's cool. I love Dale Jr. Right?
Yeah,
but he's also
killing it.
He retired.
Yeah, after a long ass career, and he's also ranked how many times the number one NASCAR driver
You're
in the
absolutely
world?
right.
But he wasn't as good as Dad. But he was
this is
fucking
body-
good.
But I
this
think what
is
he's saying is that you're not
bodybuilding,
competing.
too.
You're not
It's-
competing with yourself. You're competing against your dad. And I think that there's a lot of wisdom in that. That's a mountain.
Yeah.
And unless he chooses it of his own
people-
volition,
I think it's the wrong message.
No, but think
No, I
about
don't.
it. How many people won the Daytona 500? Probably over 50, right? Different guys. There's only been 13 Mr. Olympias.
But he has Phil Heath's genes, and look at your
Half.
girl.
No disrespect to my girl. Half. So
he's not supposed to try?
No. Now, I'm not saying that, but what does he have to give up? See, there was a time when all of us had to give up something to get where we're at today. Is him giving up maybe a college education, him giving up time with his friends, him giving up everything worth that?
Trying to reach what nobody else has ever done.
Now, if he says, Dad, I'm willing to give up, candy, time with friends and family and this and that to go after that.
You're talking about discipline.
Yeah,
you got a college education.
It's not discipline.
Absolutely. But see, I was introduced, so I was introduced to bodybuilding after I got my education.
That's what I'm saying.
After I got, I was
college
on my 5th year.
Yeah, I had basketball Division I.
Now, if he were to do the same thing, maybe I'd say, okay, shit. If he were to come up to me at the age of 15 and I'm looking at him like, damn, like this guy looked better than me at that time, then we have a different conversation. But as a parent and a father who knows what it takes to get here, I'd be damned if he doesn't get the college education I had, if not better. I'll be damned if he isn't better than me, just in everything. He has to be so much more well-rounded in other areas of business and finance and all this other stuff before he decides to because let's be honest, man, like, back when I turned pro in 2005, you were guaranteed, a 6-figure income through endorsements. A guy that turns pro at the Mr. USA this year in July probably won't even get signed to anything.
Why is that? It's oversaturated?
Oversaturation.
Really? There's more
1,000 more supplement companies out there that are all for themselves instead of the athletes themselves. They're just here to get rich quick. They're not here with the passion that, when we had like old school Bill Phillips, Scott Conley for Metrex, we don't have the Joe Weeders. We don't have those same owners anymore. We have, hey, you guys want to make some products and stuff? It's no different than making a t-shirt line.
Yeah.
So they don't have the same passion of bringing in athletes to help sponsor their product and put money into the athlete who's going to say, hey, look, this is what he does to be a champion. No, they're going to give him a freaking 20% off coupon code to be a freaking ambassador for their line while they make millions of dollars and give no freaking money to the athlete that's helping their ass out every day.
That's why Gifted Nutrition's going to sponsor your son.
Shit, no. Those fuckers robbed me. Yeah, right?
Are you not with them at all anymore?
No, dude. Calvin, tell this dude.
Yeah, he got fucked. The guy he did it with kind of embezzled a lot of money.
What? I got to do a deposition here pretty soon going against
you can't
these
talk
fuckers.
about it, probably.
No.
Yeah.
But put it like this. When people say trust nobody, sometimes they're telling you the truth.
Yeah, when it comes to money?
When it comes to like them using your likeness and stuff, I got into that with guys that I thought were my friends.
How well did you know them?
8-9 years, man. These are people that I thought...
You met them in the business?
Sort of, yeah. And... they pitched me like, oh yeah, this is going to be great, this and that and the other, but they had a different agenda, and them embezzling money and this and that, never telling me a dime. But
we're talking major money here.
We're talking millions. So it's like, how do you? And I never received one penny from the company in over 2 years.
Damn, you were hustling for that.
Hustling, traveling. I traveled over 300,000 miles in 1 year just to go get nothing. So that's the part of the business, right? That.
You were focused on other things.
Yeah, I was distracted, of course, and
you're busy freaking trying to
be the best in the world or something, right? So that's where
why you hired them,
right? So, no, I wouldn't have my son work for them. No, that company's not going to be around, and probably even when he's born, So the goal is to even on that part of the industry, the education, of e-commerce, the business side.
So who
I
you
would
with now?
No one.
Solo,
Yeah.
free agent,
Yeah.
taking offers.
Maybe.
Your girl says
no. I've
got
got
to be part of it
right now. No, because I have other things that I've got going on right now that I think are far more important. Like we were talking about before, me giving back and doing other things. Those things will come out probably toward the Olympia. I can't really talk about it right now, but the goal is to, show that in life you will have curveballs thrown at you. But are you going to stand there in the batter's box and not take a swing?
Yeah.
Curveballs can be hit. And that's what I preach to everybody is that, you got to try. I tried to be a bodybuilder October 8th, 2002, and here I am, Memorial Day of 2017 as 6-time Mr. Olympia. I made effort. Didn't mean that I didn't have shit, man. Before I even turned pro, I had $43 damn to my name, man. Before I got signed to Joe Weider, I had $43 damn to my name. And that's not even something I talk about because it's like, really, everybody's got a fucking story. But yeah, I mean, I went through.
I hate to shit on your story. The Rock had 7.
He had $7.
7.
I know.
I know, but
had
people say that
43.
like,
just
what
one
is-
upped you.
$7. Like,
Yeah, he went up to everybody on this shit, right? But
7.
7.
Is anyone buying that?
No, I'm not. $7 is
7?
Like, I'd be
what's
like,
fucked up
hey,
is
bro,
that-
Yeah, it's $7. Maybe that
I'll
day
find
at Taco
$7.
Bell.
I'll find $7 in the seat cushions of
I'll
my
sit
fucking
out here
car.
on Venice Boulevard and get fucking $30.
right.
The reason why I
That's
can say
right.
I had 43 is because I was doing the Junior Nationals in Chicago in 2005. I was working as a retail manager at a Bally Total Fitness in Denver, Colorado. You know where the Galleria.
I used to work there, sir.
Yeah, so I worked right there.
Yep.
Serving up shakes and shit. Took time off to go have someone else run the store. Had to pay for my own hotel, my own flight, and barely had any money for food. And luckily enough, one of my old teammates happened to be there on business, and he got my room upgraded so I could have a micro fridge in my room. And then I'm like, shit, man, I don't even have enough money to go get a fucking tan. So one of my friends tanned me up. That was crap. Some lady gave me a free tan at the show and was like, who the fuck did your tan? I was like, I did. And she was like, this is fucking horrible.
But
Now,
this is interesting to me because you were trying to make a living in bodybuilding.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? With no money.
With a real education.
I would have been like, Phil, hold on, Phil.
Oh, everybody said
you can't.
this.
You're not. What are you doing?
But
you want to
does
make money
that-
being a
but isn't that
bodybuilder?
anything that like acting, fighting, NFL,
Yeah.
NBA, everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Every success story. Everyone told me not to do it. Imagine if you didn't listen to it.
Oh man, I didn't listen to it because I remember being in my hotel room, and at that time I had already done a photo shoot in Fullerton at Milo Sarchev's old gym for Flex Magazine, and they were impressed. And before the Junior Nationals, I was being pursued by Joe Weider, with Flex Magazine, Muscle and Fitness, and also Muscular Development. They were going through like a bidding war, but I didn't sign anything until after I'd done the Junior Nationals. After the prejudging, I ended up I didn't have enough money for lunch, and Flex Wheeler bought me my lunch. And then after that show was over, I did end up signing a 2-year deal with American Media
For good money?
$5,000 a month at the time.
That's balling.
Yeah.
$5,000 a month.
What-
At that time, just for being being on a magazine, so
yeah.
I thought that was cool, and that was without a supplement sponsor, or
that's
a
amazing
wrist wrap
for a guy.
sponsor,
Hell
or something
yeah.
like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Well,
So I was
when did you realize that you put on muscle easily?
shit when I was probably 13?
Oh, okay.
When here I am doing some ISKA tournament, doing martial arts and katas and shit, and then here I'm doing push-ups. And this guy's looking at me like, damn, man, like you're like, hey, man, like I wish I had that. And I'm like, I didn't understand because everybody on my block in Seattle was ripped. Everybody, I had genetic freaks where I grew up. So I was actually the smallest guy. So as I got into high school track and stuff like that, you're wearing those shorts and shit, and people would just be able to see the development. And
Yeah, 'cause
Nuts hanging out the front.
And that's
were you
when-
one of the guys? Like I have we had guys on my football team in college where they literally couldn't lift weights or eat certain foods
No.
because they get too big. Like they put on muscle so easily.
God.
That happened
They'd be
when I moved here.
No
I
squat
mean,
for you
really?
deadlift. Yeah.
When I moved-
You're just too big.
when I
Why
moved-
would that be bad? Just bulk up too much? You would
yeah,
lose
you
your
don't
speed?
want that football.
Yeah, when I moved to Colorado to go to DU, you get the freshman 15 right away. I got freshman 20, but it wasn't fat.
It's all muscle.
And then they're looking at me like, I graduated high school at 155, 160. Got to DU, my freshman year was 175, 180 as a freshman. Still, I'm like you said, I was windmill dunking, I was doing all this other cool stuff. And yeah, my lifts were good. As a freshman, no lifting experience in high school whatsoever because of that whole back then. In the 90s,
you wanna
can't-
stunt your
can't-
growth.
Yeah, right.
Especially
But
basketball.
but
Basketball in the
like,
90s,
you could not
no
lift.
one worked out.
No one lifted.
David Robinson was like one of the main guys.
Yeah. So like back then, I tested because in college you test in and then you test out, right?
Yeah.
So you test in. So freshman tested in. I squatted 355 for a double.
Damn.
And as a freshman, and then I bench pressed 290, and I thought that no, correction, I did 245 for a single, and I was 160. And at the end of that freshman year, I was 290. And
then by the time you were a senior,
by the time I was senior, I mean, I didn't even test out because I was like, why? Like
were you still lifting though?
Yeah, as a senior in college, after because as soon as I got done playing, I mean, I was already benching 3 plates for reps. So I was able to do that.
My fucking, I wish somebody had told me this as a kid, because I used to think as a kid, I'd be like, well, if I just lift, I'll do some bench. By the summer, I'll look like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this wonderful guy, Lou Parada, who was a strong man, was a bodybuilder, Mr. USA or whatever back in the 70s. And he was training me, and I was going to do due date. I was going to play Danny McBride's part, and Todd Phillips said, I want you to get muscular. Like, you got to look kind of tough. So this is when I'm in my, 40s or something? And
It's like
go,
4 years ago.
Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more, but yeah, it was like, yeah.
6.
So I go to Lou and I go, I'm so naive. I go, dude, I want to put on, I got to put on like 15 pounds of muscle. And Lou, who's an old-time bodybuilder, looked at me and he goes, you do? And he goes, how much time do you have? I go, got about 2 months. So I got, and he looked at me and he goes, okay. So how do you, he just was humoring, how do you expect to do it? I go, well, I mean, obviously I'll up my calories and then we'll just lift heavy. And he goes, yeah. He goes, let me explain something to you. You're genetically a coat hanger, okay? And the only way I'm going to put that kind of weight on you is if I change your endocrine system. If you want to go through that and we can go, it'll be a full-time fucking job.
That's
and
not even worth it. Like, no, that'd be like.
It was as silly as it sounds. It was, I was so naive. It was an
I think especially at that age, though, it'd be tough. If you're younger,
maybe.
My body type, I don't know, right?
You could.
Yeah, you
I
probably
got pissed so hard. You guys can too. I get pee so hard.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go pee.
Literally about to pee my pants. I cannot take it anymore.
Run.
I literally about to pee.
Go ahead, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go pee. We can go pee.
We want to do a group pee?
Let's go group pee. I don't give a shit.
All right, group pee.
Come on. We're back from a pee, and Phil noticed my war wound. I got a war wound from yesterday.
Yeah.
Did the fight companion with Rogan, and here's the problem of what happened. What I came in.
Oh, well, I want to apologize to all the people that go to Irvine to see you in 2 weeks?
In June 8th, 9th, and 10th,
because that thing's still going to be on your forehead. Now, listen, it's not herpes.
It's not herpes. It's a war wound.
War wound. Well, it's not really a war wound. You can't say I'm Memorial Day.
No, you're right, Bob. You're right.
It's not.
My apologies to all you veterans.
But it is. It's a bully who got dealt with.
Okay, so
and you're the bully here.
Okay, so I will admit that here's what happened. I took 2 Alpha Brain, and I've never taken it before, and I don't know if you ever taken that shit. It's a nootropic, so I don't know. It did something to me, and I had 2 strong espressos. Now I was also feeling good. I was going to do a fight companion with Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub, and I don't know what happened. Maybe I got a surge of testosterone the day before. I'd done a lot of fucking deadlift, Phil. You know what that's about. So there I am with a heavy dick, and my legs and my ass are feeling very fucking strong and grounded. Now, I will admit this. I will admit this. I see Big Brown. He's all fucking done up. He's all shiny and done up, which is already annoying me. And I just figured, you know what? I feel fucking strong, and I'm gonna roughhouse a little bit and push him around a little bit.
Yeah,
you start yelling "Roughhouse Sunday."
It was Roughhouse Sunday.
You just kept saying it.
I kept saying it's Roughhouse Sunday. Came in, grabbed him by the hips, and he turned his body and goes, "Stop!" And I go, "Come on, man, what's the matter? Don't want a roughhouse?" Then I poked him. I grabbed his tits, and I pushed him into the fridge. And he goes, "Hey, stop!" And I go, "Oh, stop, you baby! Want me to stop?" And then I think I took the end of my fingers and I brought him against his face.
Slapped
his face.
Oh, so then I took off the watch.
Then he kind of grabbed me a little, and then I went back. I paintbrushed him. I went back with my backhand.
Give me a back slap.
No,
he gave me the pimp slap.
Yeah. So I had to
pimp slap my face.
Yeah, I called it the Tom Sawyer. I had to hit him.
I was embarrassed.
Yep, I was embarrassed. Got a little embarrassed.
You didn't ask for no money?
I didn't ask for no money. I just wanted to I was just poking the bear. Some days I just felt like poking the bear because I had Alpha Brain and some fucking caffeine. And all of a sudden, I see his face change a little bit. And he goes, "All right." And I go, "Huh?" And I see him take his watch off.
Oh, no.
And reach in and pull his wallet out.
Yeah, you can't have the rollie on.
And I immediately sobered up. I immediately sobered up because I was clearly drunk with some caffeine power.
Oh, man.
And I went, "No, I don't want to." And he goes,
"Oh, no."
He goes, I just hear him go, "It's too late. It's too late." And he began to close distance, and
But then you grabbed.
Oh yeah, this is
he
good.
grabbed Rogan's.
I didn't know it, but
pool.
I grabbed.
No.
I run around the pool
and start trying to hit me with it.
I'm trying to hit him with the pool cue because I'm trying to keep him away. Now he's a bear, and the pool cue's not going to do much because I noticed he's simply not afraid. He's treating my swings like they're like a gnat's in the air.
That didn't work for the guy in that Seagal movie.
No, he's closing distance, and I'm like, oh, this pool cue ain't gonna do shit.
Then you decide to run.
I give chase.
You're not faster.
I give chase.
You're not faster.
I give chase.
He ran around the pool table.
I'm
around,
and he's closing distance, and I start to lose my voice because I start going, no. And we actually posted this. He catches me.
Oh man,
I got a hold of him.
Now I don't know if you know this, but I'm an experienced grappler. Not really. So he gets a hold of me, and I try to cover up on my neck, and then he proceeds to do some terrible things to me. He just proceeds to go through some moves. One is like choke me in a weird position where my neck feels it's going to break, and then he stops, and then he rolled into a flying Kimura. My head just grind like this. And I could feel the skin come off my head. I was like, that's awesome. I'm 50 with no skin on my head. Thank you for the scalping. Thank you for the Sunday fucking scalping. And then he rolls into an ankle lock and begins to put pressure on my ankle. God. What you realize is that a trained fighter at 250 pounds can do whatever he wants, bend you, break you in a lot of pieces.
My favorite part is, though, we go through all this. Me and Brian are laughing. We're on our breath. We're sitting in the room. Walks in, goes, what the fuck you guys been doing? Like, and Brian goes, Sunday wrestle day or something like that. And Rogan goes, damn, that's crazy. And then Jamie goes, yeah, they grabbed your pool cue.
Well, he saw the video. And he goes,
oh, yeah. Jamie goes, look, I got it right here. And Rogan goes, bro, why are you using my fucking pool cue?
He freaked out because it was a handmade. You can't get it. It's worth thousands of dollars. And he's like, dude, what are you doing? And he got really mad at me. And I finally had to go.
Started scolding him.
I was like, hey.
I was laughing
the whole
time.
Relax. It's just a pool cue, okay?
Rogan goes, no, but that's my shit, man. You know what? He goes, you can't even replace that. And I was going, yeah, Brian, you can't replace that.
Yeah, we had to calm him down. And all the humor left his body.
All the guns were pointing at you.
Yeah.
And
so
you
here I am with my...
If you're feeling extra froggy, go ahead and fuck with Phil so you can pop your head like a zit.
Nope, too good of an athlete. Won't do it. No more poking the bear.
Oh, man.
Should we do some current events?
Yeah, you're a fucking bully.
Well, Irvine, again, it's not herpes. It's not SARS. It's a rug burn.
And you know, people at the party, my brother-in-law's party, they were looking at me going, what is that? I was like, don't act like it's a disease.
It's the worst.
It's just I just had a little scalping.
Yeah.
Sunday scalping.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Good story.
You're good at jiu-jitsu, buddy. Strong kid. Skilled.
Compared to you, I'm Hoist Gracie. Yes.
Yeah, compared to me. Yes. Well, it's why.
Compared to you, I'm Damien Maya.
Well, you know what I thought of when I watched how easy it was for you to do that, and I know he did this to 5 guys in a room. He goes, I can tap everybody in this room out in less than a minute, which he did, and people don't understand that. And then I thought to myself, he's a 250-pound guy. I was like, what would happen if a 800-pound, 900-pound bear got a hold of you?
You were literally thinking about that?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty.
Here's the other thing I was thinking about.
Here's
the other thing I was thinking about, though, that made me feel. I was like, for me to be that dominated by a man is a little disconcerting.
I could have fucked you.
But every fucking UFC fighter, you could have fucked me.
I could have fucked you on camera, and you could have done nothing about it.
Don't drag out nothing like that.
Then I could have posted on Instagram, went, Irvine, come see Brian Callen, June, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. His asshole's going to be sore.
Getting his shit pushed in on.
Then sent it to Amanda and be like, here's your man.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Now, let me ask you this. Would you do it while I was still conscious, or would you squeeze me until I was unconscious and I would come to?
Oh, no, I want you conscious. Now I want to hear you squeal.
Really?
This is getting dark.
Bro, I'd fight. I'd fucking be poking at your eyes. The fuck are you going to do then?
Sure.
Would you take your chin and dig it into my
Andy
eyeball?
From Shawshank. What?
That's true. I guess I'd have to. I'd have to just. I'd have to find a way to fucking enjoy it.
You just have to take it. Dude.
You got to relax.
Speaking of being scared, we didn't talk about this. So I got a new dog. I got a Malinois.
Man.
I got you have dogs, right? You have
no.
Oh, you don't have dogs anymore?
Brendan got himself a police dog, like a real police dog.
Fuck,
a Malinois from this world-class, high-grade Malinois
off-leash
breeder.
training, I think it's called.
Off-lease Nick is, but he's the trainer.
Okay.
So what he does, he was in the Secret Service for 15 or 20 years, and he trained dogs specifically for missions, stuff like that, for the government, for the high-level dude. So he's doing that, and then realized that he can, make a living training these dogs. So he has a special set of
5
skills.
days, and
5 days.
That's all to do calculus.
So he did like John Jones, Misha Tate's, Michael Johnson's, Henner. So we run the similar circle, so everyone can tell me how great he is. So I'm looking for a dog, and I was originally looking for a German Shepherd or something else. And he goes, man, this is going to sound a little ridiculous if you know dogs, but this lady who I've been working with for the last 20 years, she has a Malinois that could be perfect as a family dog. He goes, and he lives in, I think he lives in Connecticut or DC, I forget. And he goes, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance it's actually going to be a fit, but I'm going to fly out to LA just to make sure that this dog is as good as she says it is. So he goes there, sends me a text like, it's pretty freaking great, man. So I drive up there last night, and it's I forget where it's at, but it's probably an hour from me. Not too bad. And they have this whole estate there, and I get out of the car, and I'm thinking there's going to be Malinois, German Shepherds, T-Rex, whatever. There's this turkey. There's a fucking giant turkey, man.
Turkey.
When's the last time you guys ever seen it? I've never seen a turkey in person. You ever seen a turkey in person?
I've been chased by turkeys.
It is El Dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. Been chased by him. About 4 feet long. But we're at the beak. At the beak, he's coming up to your up to your chest.
Fucking turkey. It was a dinosaur. It was a straight. I was terrified.
Mini ostrich. It's
I said,
mini ostrich.
how much for the turkey? That's a true story. She went, that thing's not for sale. I went, no.
Turkey,
if a burglar tries to come to my house
and
that fucking turkey's at my front door, ain't nobody coming through.
No.
Peacock same way. Same way.
Talons, nut sacks hanging off its beak. This thing was swole.
That's called a mature tom.
I will tell you this. I will never eat turkey again. I've seen that. That thing was hideous.
Yeah.
I will never.
We're talking about a wild turkey. Was it dark?
It was mean.
Yeah.
I was scared.
It's big.
He went for sale though.
No. But you know what? You speak wisdom, because if you were to have an ostrich, if you were to have a couple of big turkeys, even peacocks, they are territorial and they'll come after an intruder. Sometimes.
Bro, she has all these. They don't sell to civilians. Their dogs. They're just for police training, military training.
That dog's going to inhale an attacker
for sure.
Inhale.
So, and I went, oh, do they fuck with the turkey? She goes, oh no. Again, how much for the turkey? Wouldn't part with the turkey.
How much for the turkey?
Wouldn't part with the turkey. Isn't that crazy? I've never seen a turkey in person. I was terrified.
Does she deal with German Shepherds too, or is she strictly Malinois girl?
Malinois is that? Yeah, that's her thing.
Those are the
champion
dogs.
bloodline. She gets them from Belgium.
Had some of those bad boys turned on me in Afghanistan. Put me in a bite suit without a helmet. I went, what about my helmet? They won't bite your head. I go, excuse me, sir, can you get into these things? No. The guy goes, just run. And I go, I know, but I don't have I got it on video. I don't have a helmet. It bite me in my neck here. It's an area here.
Right?
Back of my neck here. Nah, don't worry about it. This guy, don't worry about it. He'll be fine. You just run. He'll bite you in the arm. I go, I know you can't get into his brain. He's fucking wolf. He's wolf. I don't have any padding in the back of my fucking neck.
Did you have the suit on, B?
Sure did.
Did you
that
your
thing
arm?
got a hold of Dove's hand, and he had a glove on, but it crushed his hand, and he starts screaming, "Get this wolf the fuck off me! Get the wolf off me!"
You know I'm doing on Sunday. When I pick up my dog, I'm going to do that.
I'd like to come out and watch that.
That'd be fun. They were showing videos of John get attacked by a Malinois. It was impressive.
They'll get onto you with their back teeth.
Dude, this guy is Nick from off leash training, off leash canine training. I think is what's called.
Off leash
literally
training.
5 days. 5 days. Your dog's fucking military.
Hey Nick, I got a corgi. I got a beautiful shepherd. I'll do whatever it takes for you to take my dogs for 5 days.
Look at me,
Hey man, you don't fucking hog Nick to yourself, Nick.
Hey, you're not at that level yet. Phil, I got a guy for you.
Hey,
if your show got picked up, he might have done it.
I'm on the Goldbergs. I'm a celebrity. What the fuck is going on, man?
Not for you.
He didn't even have a dog.
Exactly. That's why he needs one.
Yeah.
Look, man, I have serious dog envy. I want myself a Malinois now.
You should. I'm pretty crunked about it. Let's go to
what's the dog's name?
Nita.
Nita.
You can't. They named this thing in Belgium. I can't fucking name it.
Nita's nothing wrong with Nita.
Yeah.
My dog's name is Nico. Got a little fucking.
Yeah, I would have liked to name something different.
My daughter named my German Shepherd.
Something a little bit more masculine.
Yeah, I mean it's a female dog. I just I like to name it myself, but
when kids name dogs, my daughter was like, "I want to name the dog Bashy," and I'm like,
"I'm not mad at Bashy."
Bashy.
I'd like something cool.
I clipped her wings. I crushed her spirit. I was like,
"What was that dime piece shredded girl we were talking about?"
Oh, Shanique.
I'd like to name Shanique. I'd like to name my dog
Neek. Call her Neek for short.
Neek up.
Hey, Neek will get you.
Neek's pretty dope.
Get yourself
Neek.
fucking
Yeah.
Nico.
Neek. My dog's name is Nico. Don't bite my fucking style.
Well, no,
my
you're biting Nico's style.
My corgi. Looks
Anyways,
like a soft
what do you got,
corgi.
Chin?
Like a fucking
I can't believe you got a corgi.
This gardener, this Mexican guy goes, he looks like a rabbit. He's a rabbit.
He's a rabbit.
I was like, what? I didn't know what he was saying at first. He goes, it's a rabbit for go jump around like a rabbit, He said, my kid want a dog like that. How much where can I find a dog like that? I was like, Well, I don't know. It's fucking.
It's not
you're
a
calling it
rabbit, Jose.
sir.
Yeah, it's not a rabbit.
Hey,
first
Jose,
of all.
quit giving it
I'm
fucking
not giving you a
carrots.
rabbit. It's
Hey, what
dog.
what made you pick the corgi though? Your kid?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
My wife, and my daughter.
You picked the midget.
I
of
wanted a
dogs.
male. I got a female shepherd that's a police dog, but I wanted a male. So
You
I
want
could
two
train-
shepherds?
Fuck yeah.
And instead, you got the midget of dogs.
I want a male shepherd, and I want Nick.
You ever seen a
take him for
corgi?
5 days. That thing will do calligraphy by the time this guy's done with it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's gonna speak 2 languages. I guess when I get it back, I'm pretty excited about it.
Wow.
Oh man.
What do you got, Chin?
All right, the first one is Tiger Woods got picked up this morning.
Oh, he doesn't
DUI.
look good.
He
ladies
looks
and
like shit.
That's
His
a lifetime
hair
of
said,
golf.
"See ya."
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. He looks tired.
But his eyes aren't red.
No, but you can see the bottom
They
of the
said
white.
it's
Some people
possibly
can see
not
the
even
whites.
or not alcohol. Possibly it could be some other drug,
Medication,
something
weed.
like that. Yeah.
Real quick, see, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. See, he has 2 good things going for him. I think his mom was Korean and his dad's black.
No, his
Thai,
mom is
right?
Thai.
Oh, his mom's Thai.
Yeah.
His dad was
You know
Native
Thai?
American and white and black. So he had a lot of.
But predominantly, but his dad was super dark, and his mom was what? Thai?
That wasn't dark, buddy. His dad was.
Was the mom dark?
The mom was way more dark.
Can you bring
yeah.
up his parents?
Yeah.
But either way, usually if you're black and Asian, you age fucking like a fine wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's had some stress. He's like, yeah, his dad's dark. Yeah, his dad Muhammad Ali.
That's pretty dark.
I knew Brian was lying. That's why I decided to bring that up because I've seen
I
it.
saw a
He
picture.
said
where
my
it was-
Yeah, now I knew that was.
Apologies,
Yeah, that's why I
everybody.
wanted to bring that up. But so his dad's dark, but usually when you're like dark complexion, with especially Asian or black, it's hard to tell someone's age.
Yeah.
However, he looks 100 years old in that DUI picture.
Yeah, find out what is his total nationality. He's Thai, Native American, black,
His mom looked like
Thailand.
Kung Lee.
She's 100% Thai. Wow,
So she's completely Thailand.
that's pretty cool. So he's got to be a
And then what's his
superstar in
papa?
Thailand.
He's having a rough go, kind
Yeah.
of. I mean, is it a rough go though? He has a shitload of money. He got pulled over. Who knows what
you
he's
know how
on?
I feel. You know what I feel about that. He was told to be perfect his whole life and had to be from the age of 3, right?
It's pretty goddamn close.
And then all of a sudden he's got these that dedication. Like I know people who know him. I know his.
Right.
I don't want to. Well,
His dad's Caucasian, Black, American, Indian, Asian.
that's a cool
Oh
combination.
no, Tiger refers to his makeup as.
So Caucasian, Black, American, Indian, and Asian. Okay,
What does it say? Cablination?
a mix.
Cablinasian?
Yeah, cablination.
Either way, his dad's
But
dark as shit.
he was like a monk. Like he trained so hard. He would go to bed early and all that stuff.
Yeah, wasn't he
All
on
of
the
a sudden-
Tonight Show as
yeah,
a child hitting a damn golf club?
Yeah,
Like,
all of a sudden all these
That's
beautiful
golf for
women
all
come
time,
come
yeah.
after him. He gets found out. You know, he's got this beautiful wife. It's not enough. Like blah blah blah. But I felt like I really like in a way. I think if I could have gotten in his ear, I would have said, "Hey Tiger, just please get up and just go. Hey everybody, I fucked up. I'm gonna try to be better. I've never had to deal with this kind of shit before. I have the best looking women in the world throwing themselves at me, and I'm a human being. And just don't even read from a script.
You know
Just
how he
read
got. You
beyond.
know how he got started in that sex ring? Do you guys know how?
No. Oh yes.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. That's what I hear. Is that true?
He started hanging out with like the elite of sports.
Yeah.
and they were
Those
like,
guys have
they're
some
like,
women.
yo, man,
Women
like,
throw.
yo, bro, I know you got, you know.
Well, it might come as a surprise, but elite athletes, and I've seen some of this in person. Elite athletes like those guys, the women like them. Women tend to. I don't know if you know that.
I love my Bentley, but I like Ferraris, Lamborghini.
Well, yeah. What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, but Tiger Woods.
The problem with
whatever
that
he
is,
wants.
you're right, and my girl and I were talking about it actually this morning. Is that in
Open
this
relationship.
Well, no. What he should have done is exactly what you just said. Just come out with it before the news does. And even with him getting pulled over, everybody's going to have an opinion saying like, oh, he should have caught an Uber. He should have did this. He's like, look, man, my career is not where it want to be. You know, I've dealt with these back surgeries, this and that. I got every Tom, Dick, and Harry trying to critique my fucking legacy.
Yep.
Yeah, I had this scandal and shit. Like, just, you know
Smoked
what?
a little weed, got behind the wheel. I fucked up. You guys never fucked up?
This is as stupid as I could be.
My hair's leaving.
This is how stupid as
just
I
talk
am.
to us, yeah.
Just talk. Just say this is what you provide the narrative, and I think nowadays when we start to see these,
the fakeness.
yeah, just be real. Just be like,
Dude, when people say
I got fucking pulled over, you know, and yeah, that sucked because I do live here, and that gatekeeper probably snitched on me or whatever. But you know what? I had a little bit too many. Didn't think I had too many. And it was time for me to get my ass home because I had shit to do.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And I didn't think I was going
to. And the cop got me. And I messed up. I take accountability for my actions. I'm already here. I'm not going to do some PSA about it. All I'm going to say is that I'm a human being. I made a total ass of myself. I embarrassed myself and my family. And you know what? To my fans, I'm sorry. To those people that mad, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the best way. If you're just real, man, it goes so much further.
Yeah, it does.
Than having your PR person deal with it or reading something or being
you
like.
You could have gone on your damn Instagram right there, went live and said, "Guys, I just got fucking pulled over. I am a piece of shit. I should not."
I wouldn't say I'm a piece of shit. I'd just be like, yo. Whatever smoke because they're saying it's not for alcohol.
No,
I think it's for different medications.
It could be, but
they don't know because but he could literally just tweet out or whatever. Like, listen, I just got pulled over. You're gonna see in the morning. I had whatever. I took some pills. I didn't think it would fuck me.
My question is, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, go
I'm
on.
gonna say something real quick. So the week I'm putting myself out there. The week of my college graduation, I went out to the Stampede.
Classic Stampede
in Denver,
Calgary. Okay,
in Denver.
Yeah.
And did I have too many? Maybe. I don't know. All I do know is that I did get pulled over. I got out of the car, and he asked me a question. He said, "You been drinking tonight?" I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "How many?" I said, "I'm not going to act like I counted, but I do know when I stopped." And he goes, "Well, how do you know when you stopped?" I said, "Because that was when they stopped serving free liquor to the girls, and I was having girls hook me up."
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, get out of the car." And I said, "Well, I'm going to deny a breathalyzer, but I will do a roadside." I did a
Is this a white cop?
Yep.
Got to pull the racial flag. I would.
No, I just
call it the racial bomb.
I didn't even have to. I just went ahead and I said, "I'm a student. I'm graduating from college. My family's in town and this and that. And I don't feel like I'm drunk, but I'll do a roadside." Did the roadside pass? He said, "Okay, where do you live?" I lied. I told him that I gave him one of my teammates' houses, which was like 3 blocks away. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Hey, if you follow me and I'm doing something stupid, hey, take my ass to jail." That's what I said to him.
Yep.
But I passed the roadside, he looked in my eyes, he made me walk and do stupid alphabet and all this other shit.
And then took you right to jail.
And nope.
There's something
Got away.
Just got away.
Yeah, there's something about like when
But
you're
why
really
wouldn't
honest.
he just? Well, why didn't he just say, "Hey, man, I did this"? It's saying that
he's Tiger Woods, so the cop wants to be the guy who caught Tiger Woods.
But it says that at that point Woods became arrogant. All he had to say is that, you know what, man, like, yeah, I had this, that, and the other. You smell alcohol in my breath. How about I just do a roadside and we can get out of here?
Unless you're wasted.
Unless if you're, yeah. Unless
We
if
don't know how drunk he was. You ever
yeah.
seen? But you can bounce back from this. Like you ever seen Mel Gibson? Motherfucker almost won an Oscar.
And he bounced back. That's right.
Bounce back.
I know.
That motherfucker can't miss.
I know.
He makes the best movies ever.
I hate blacks and Jews. And
Sugar tits?
He was drunk.
He was drunk, and the cop goes, "What's up, sugar tits?" I thought it was hilarious. I watch every movie he comes out with.
I didn't see that one.
sugar tits.
You never seen the female cop calls her sugar tits?
No,
Oh, it's
that's
fucking
funny
hilarious.
shit to me. Yeah, I think that sometimes there's something really powerful about when people. My friend fucked up. My friend back in the day had fooled around with a friend of ours' girl. He was drunk and he just did it. And we were ready to. We were just like, dude, that's a scumbag move. We were all going bad on him. And he came in and he looked at us and he goes, "I fucked up, guys. I fucked up." And that's all I know to say. I just got weak. I didn't know what to do. He started to cry. So I tried to get like
The old cry card?
We were all like this. Well, he was so sorry, but he just said, "I fucked up. I thought I was stronger, and I'm weak."
Hold on, he fucked
And
your
I
buddy's
said,
girl?
"Yes." Yeah, and
What
it was
the
his
fuck?
friend too.
My friends would have stomped him out.
We were about to.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Is he an
but
actor now?
But the way he did it, though, he was so sorry and he was so weak. And he goes, "She's so hot, and I fucking knew I was doing the wrong thing, and I did it anyway. And I felt like a piece of shit. And I'm sorry. And I wouldn't have even told you guys. I would have tried to get away with it, but I got caught. And now I feel like the worst person in the world." And he was so sorry and so sincere. And he kept saying, "I fucked up." And he was trying not to cry. And we were all like, "Oh, you know what? You're so fucking sincere and you are so sorry, and we fucking get it." And we knew he was a good guy, and he just said, "I got weak. She's so fucking hot, and I'm a piece of
That's
shit."
a little different than fucking your buddy's
We get
girl.
it,
I
but
can't
you know,
trust you.
even my buddy was like, "I
we
get it,
getting
I
pulled
get it."
over. If I
redemption,
fucked
though.
your girl, Phil, I don't care how good of an actor
Dude,
he is.
we
ain't friends
He
no
worked
more.
his
bro.
way back.
Yeah,
No,
we
can't be
We
friends.
ain't friends no more.
Because there's a loyalty.
It's beyond
I
head or
get
gut
it.
at that point. It's beyond head or gut at that point.
I get it. Believe me, I get it. But he worked his way back in, bought gifts. It was beautiful. He was like, I'll do whatever I got to do. I'm a piece of shit. And it was like at the end of the day, like, you know what?
man.
Depends how old were you?
He was drunk. We were like 22.
Oh, when you're that young? Oh, I thought you were talking about 30.
Nah,
I thought you were talking about grown ass man. Like,
Yeah, I thought we were talking grown dude.
He was a young dude.
Oh, this is
whatever.
college. Those
shit,
relationships don't even count.
She probably fucked a bunch of his
Yeah.
friends too.
Well,
she
that's-
just didn't tell him.
That was it. We
Tiger
were like,
Woods should be.
There's just something about.
Does he really have
Heath
anywhere else to go? I mean,
That's
as our
what's-
boy Don Herrera says, even rock bottom has a little wiggle room. He's fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's there.
Well, what is he doing now? Is he playing? Is he actively?
He was, and then he
retired?
got injured again.
Yeah.
I think he's just doing it because he feels like he has to. He has more money than God.
Right.
He's just.
Well, what are you
I
going to
wanna-
do, right? I mean,
Here's the thing with Tiger,
His
man,
hair,
and I hate to say this,
his
but
hair though.
yeah, his hair is fucked.
God's
Don't say that.
disciplining.
Don't
him.
say that out loud.
But
No,
look,
I've heard that.
but
You've done bad stuff in your life if God
but
makes you
look-
lose your hair.
and I'm
Brendan,
fucked.
Brendan.
Yours is
Sir.
gone too, Phil?
No, it's not gone. I can grow my shit.
Listen to you.
Let me see your hairline, Doug.
Come on, man. Like,
I mean, not terrible.
not terrible.
Between you and Brian,
Look.
Hey,
Do
show
you-
off.
Stephen
Do you
A.
think-
Smith is.
Oh man,
fucking-
his shit's running from him.
Yeah, my
do you
God,
think
he
that?
salutes like
do you
this.
think that when he had that issue with his ex-wife, that by him, the way he handled it or mishandled
That
it,
was the problem.
You know what?
ever
I think,
since then,
I think most
it's like
guys.
his powers or his mojo,
yes.
it just went like
Yes.
your soul, everything
'Cause he didn't
else.
handle it right.
He didn't handle
face
it right.
He didn't face it.
And he tried to. I don't
But
even
golf,
know him.
but think about the
went to
etiquette
shit
in
ever
golf.
since. It went to shit ever
He
since.
lost his mojo for sure,
Yeah,
but
the
also
magic.
But is that weird?
imagine golf like
Yeah.
football. We'd be like, yeah, or like if this shit came out with LeBron James. You think he's still not going to ball out?
Probably
It's
have-
what we're
Well,
used
it
to.
depends. It
Golf
depends
is
on,
a different sport.
But it also,
man.
yes, it is, and it also depends. I
more
think,
mental.
on- it is, and I also think though it depends on kind of like the image that you have attached yourself to, right?
Yeah.
So he had an image of perfection, and when that was shattered, and you know he had a really hard time.
His
kind of
chameleon
getting
eyes
to
are
it.
killing me.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
tell you what else ain't helping. The lazy fucking chameleon eyes.
You can see
He
the
hasn't-
whites.
He hasn't
You can
slept
see the
in
whites.
17 days. His
Yeah.
hair is so awful.
Yeah, you-
and then the fucking shirt is all wrinkled.
You can see the whites under his eyeballs, like so the pupils. There's that. He looks tired, man.
He looks like the most depressed man in the world right there.
Yes, he does.
For someone that has a gazillion dollars, it's really crazy. Money can't buy happiness.
No, it doesn't.
Hopefully, I mean,
You can't buy hair either.
Well,
Brendan,
yeah.
No, it's true. Donald Trump?
yes, it can.
No, it can't.
If you get a hair transplant,
Then why wouldn't he do that?
which I've had, and didn't
Because
work.
he's got a gazillion dollars. He don't give a shit.
I had one.
I beg to-
I had a
well,
hair
you might-
transplant
you know,
10
he
years ago.
seems like
and
he
it
said
didn't
fuck
do
it.
shit.
He got
Look at
money.
this.
He don't care. He's
That's
like
true.
shit.
What else you got, Chin? Listen, there's nowhere else for him to go. I don't even think he gives a fuck about golf. He's probably boning a million girls.
You think he went back to doing that again?
Yeah. Oh, I might know a thing or two. I also
You don't think he stopped?
No.
If he-
I think he got worse. Now he has no repercussions. All the money in the world. You don't have to give a fuck about golf. We all know you're a dirtbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got to
fuck
all
lose?
good. It's all good.
You watch in the strip club, every girl's like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Yeah.
Before, like, I don't know. It's on now.
It's on now. God bless.
What else you got, Chin? I don't
All right.
know. I don't know what he's gonna
It's
do.
a fuck up, never fuck down moment.
Someone sent me
looks
this.
sad.
I heard he has a piece too.
This 22-year-old Mexican girl from a very specific place in Mexico. She ran a ultra marathon and
50K?
won first place.
Wearing sandals.
Wearing sandals, a skirt, and a scarf.
That's
They
some
should be.
Mexican shit.
They should be
That's
fucking
badass
ashamed.
That is some Mexican shit.
No professional training, nothing.
None.
That's
Oh.
that's that area. Those are those areas where
Yeah.
they're like where Born to Run they were talking about. Where
Indigenous
they in
community
Peru
has won
like there are
31
areas
Dude,
where those
31
Native-
miles
Native
ultra
Americans-
marathon wearing sandals.
She's got a lot of Native American in her. I
Look
bet
at
she
the
got a lot
other
of
girls.
Aztec in her.
Look at the other girls. They have all their shit on.
So do you? If you're a sponsor to the other girls, do you just drop them right now?
Probably and
Yeah.
jump on this girl's train. But
That's
she might
incredible.
turn it down.
But there are groups of people in those areas that have crazy. It's like the Kenyans, like way up in the highlands. They've just got a crazy ability to run forever.
Dude, I
In
get that, but
sandals.
in sandals.
bro. In sandals,
Recycled sandals.
Yeah, made from tires.
dude. Get
Hey, what part of Mexico? My girl's from Mexico. What part?
Tua Mahara.
Is that even close to Guadalajara?
brother. She is got a lot of Native
Tara
American in her.
Humara.
That's a lot of indigenous Native American.
Aztec,
blood.
maybe.
They're
Native-
making a movie after
Native
this.
South American, I should say. Oh, yeah.
She's just, wow. Kudos to her,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So
I mean,
cool.
What's that?
And I'm complaining my fucking knee hurts.
There are like
right
5 million people in a plateau in Kenya, and they just dominate. They fucking dominate the. I mean, one guy who was a farmer, and in 1 year he held a world record. He was like, "My friend's running." He was driving a cab. He goes, "I'm gonna run like that." Year later, world champion. Thank you.
Viceland did a piece there where these.
saw that one,
you
too.
see the two British
white
guys,
brothers, yeah.
two
Oh,
straight
yeah.
white boys went to go live with him and train
Yeah.
with him,
Yep.
wow.
and they're doing well now.
Yeah.
I guess
What else
we-
you got, Chin?
Damn.
All right, the next one
That's
is the
incredible.
Power Ranger guy. Did you guys hear about this at the Phoenix Comic Con? He had this guy
Oh no, that guy.
who had
Okay,
like
like
a
stable.
bunch of weapons on him, including throwing stars, some loaded
got him
guns,
from
and he was out there to kill the Green Ranger.
Is that like Comic Con?
Comic Con, yeah.
obviously- he's
So he
obviously
snuck into the
mentally
Comic Con
deficient.
through a side door.
Fuck, man.
Then some girl was communicating with him on Facebook or something, and she told the police like this guy's kind of crazy.
He's obviously-
the police got him.
God, he's
So he had
obviously,
throwing
he's obviously
stars?
in his bulking
Throwing
stage as
He,
well.
he called himself the Punisher too.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
he
he's the
thought it was like a
Punisher,
real
yeah.
life comic book.
Yeah, he's not obviously not well, and he needs to be in a hospital,
Definitely
not a
mentally
jail.
ill.
Like,
Let's put him
go
in a
right
hospital.
away.
Go ahead and put him down.
And he's got that's a big face.
He was carrying 245s.
That's so
In his
scary.
in his cheeks,
450
in his cheeks, in his jowls.
455.
He's got a pouch
Yeah,
under
a
his
12
chin.
gauge shotgun, a combat knife, pepper spray, and throwing stars.
All in his
Oh,
cheeks.
just in case if he has to go Brian Callen and go
Chinese
That's right.
stars?
That's right.
The only thing
Well,
he's punishing
I
was
carry
about
throwing
fate.
stars at all times.
That guy is. That's so intense, man.
By the way, take a look at Linda Carter down there, please. Now, I was at this premiere, and I was standing right next to this gal. That's Linda Carter at 65. Please take her in for a second, and please understand. That's what she looks like in real fucking life.
You're saying on the right?
I'm talking about the right, brother. That's Linda Carter at 65. Love
wow.
her. What? Say anything. What?
She
Say
look
fucking-
every bit of 65.
No, she doesn't.
I mean, I'm not.
You out of your fucking... You know what?
You seen Cher at 70?
You have some fucking
You ever
respect.
seen Cher at 70?
Have some respect, bro.
Bro, she looks 65.
Bro, no, she does. Anybody? She looks 65? What? Guys, look at how
Yeah,
beautiful
she looks
is.
65, but she looked good though, man. I mean, I ain't gonna hate.
No, I mean, I'm not mad at it,
I ain't
but
mad
I
at
would.
it.
Bro,
though.
you
I
guys
mean,
are a couple of haters, huh?
No,
Cool.
I'm not.
I'm glad this is the hate podcast.
Nah,
This
she's
is
just a
awesome.
mom. Like, it's a mom.
That's a grandma, son.
65.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
I'm 37. My mom's 66.
Hey, man, label
my
this
mom's 60.
podcast,
Yeah.
We Hate Women Who Fucking Preserve Themselves.
No,
Well.
she looks great. Ain't
I'm
no one
outraged.
denying
She
that
looks
shit.
cool.
It's my girl right there. That's my girl. I would date her right now. If my wife was like, Brian, stop dating Linda Carter, I'd go, no. And I keep
No.
dating her.
I mean, you look at Cher at 70, and that's where that'll blow your mind. When you call someone out like that, they better not look 65. Like,
She
we go
doesn't look
Cher's
65.
70.
She doesn't look 65. I was standing next to her. She looks
In
amazing.
that picture, she looks every bit of 65.
You are wrong, sir. You have bad
Everyone
eyes.
in the room agrees.
Don't talk about if you talk about my girl like that again, I'm gonna get mad and we're gonna come to blows. I'll start poking the bear. Now let me take a look at her at 60. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
she's had some work done.
Oh, you don't think that grandma from Wonder Woman does?
Don't call her a grandma from Wonder Woman.
You don't think she's had
call her Wonder
work
Woman?
done?
Don't say that. I'm gonna get mad.
She's 70.
She's
She's 70.
yeah. She looks tight and 70.
And 70.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to your girl, though,
No, my
your
girl
girl
looks
had
better.
had the posture of a fucking.
No, she doesn't. She
was like this,
No, that's not
she had
true.
a
You're
wig
being
on.
silly now. You're being silly, and you're gonna
That's
make me mad.
70.
My fists are getting fucking balling up.
Oh, you should do something.
My fists are
so I
balling
can
up.
fuck up the other side of your hair. I would love
Dude,
to do that.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Look at me. I'll fight you for Linda Carter right now, and I'll take another
You
fucking
should.
scalping.
And you know what I'll do? I will rip the hair off the top of your head. That will never go back. Fuck with me again, and I will rip the top of your hair off.
Actually, that threat is something I can't.
can't fuck with that.
I can't fuck with that.
Next invention.
I got to keep my mouth shut now. That's fucked up that you would threaten me to do that.
You went there.
That's
You see
not
the
He
cool.
went there, man.
I had to threaten him, man.
You threatened to fucking scalp me. That's bullshit.
So a water park opened up. They had their grand opening. I think it was this weekend, and they had to shut down 3 slides because this happened to this little kid.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
What happened?
Is the kid going to be okay, though?
He's fine. Yeah,
Slap
see
it.
this
Bow.
Oh,
flew outside of the slide.
God, dog. Your biggest fear ever. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, well, you could fall off. Nah, no one does that. See you down there.
Oh, so he came down so fast.
He's lucky that it was right there.
Yeah, that's
though.
called inertia. Look at his body. That's like amazing.
That was like some Tony Hawk shit. That's some stuff you see on a skateboard.
Dude, that's why I don't fuck with water parks.
That's gonna leave them.
Water parks scare me more than
You never went to Waterworld?
Yeah, you can catch
I
polio.
love water. You ever went to South Shore? Waterworld, South Shore, it's closed now.
Fuck, dude.
But then at Six Flags, in where Elitch's used to be, they have a water park. And the CU football team went there, and they have those big rafts on that big thing.
You flipped it, didn't you?
Dude, the guy, we go up there, we go, hey, man, are we too overweight? The guy goes, nah, I know it says 600 pounds, but I've seen bigger dudes than you do it. We get up there, and it's the closest to death I've ever
sure.
been. It was going, hanging off. We're 30 stories up in the air, it's going, woof. And everyone, grown men clap me. We're going, oh,
well, there's a great video of this.
I rolled off, and I wanted to hang on the side.
Shit.
Yeah, closest ever coming
There's
down.
one with this. It's a really fat guy, and they're calling him gordo. They're calling him fatty, and he goes flying. You got to bring it up. He goes down and just goes. They're laughing so hard because he goes on his face first, and he just goes. Yeah.
Does he almost?
There it is. There it is. Right there. There's Fat
Does he
Man.
almost die?
Oh, watch this. Watch this.
Oh, God.
He's been missing no meals.
Oh, God, no.
Now watch this shit.
Everybody's meals. God, Doug.
They're like, you sure you want to do this shit, man? There ain't nothing but death down there, bro.
Macho. He's fucking
He
macho.
goes head first? He goes tits first?
He's Mexican. He's not afraid of shit. Watch this. Watch this. Ready?
Hey.
Everyone's all, yay. Oh, shit. How scared was he when he got launched?
Dude, that's a crazy fucking launch.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh, man. Oh, you get that fucking...
Hey, I'm telling you, man, there's a reason why I don't go to Waterworld anymore. And
I don't
shit
fuck
like
with
that.
it either.
And everybody said, oh, go on a speed slide. Hell no,
I
I'm never
don't
doing
fuck with any of
that.
that stuff.
I've laughed. I think it's because of the karma that I'm afraid to have because I've laughed too many times at videos like this.
And
Fat guys on water slides. Just bring that up for fuck.
Be a horrible way
shits
to
and giggles for a second.
Which one you look at?
Fat guys on water slides, the one down there. I just want to see what... I don't know why this is going to make me laugh.
What?
This is it.
So we've
Fast
seen
forward.
him.
We've seen that one.
Fast forward that.
Don't have this stupid music.
This music is awful.
Look at this
This
guy.
is gonna be.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh,
What's
man.
a slip and slide?
It can't
What's he
be
gonna
that
do?
great.
He just goes, you know
Oh,
what?
that's
Let's
lame.
probably stop
Let's
this.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That's-
nice try.
That's
They-
a bad idea.
Look
What
at
else
the-
you got, Chin?
This one. Brandon Vera kicked out
Kicks.
Angela Magana from Alliance
Wow.
after her talking.
Brandon Vera kicks worthless, trifling...
Oh, he made a huge
CUNT
post on
Angela
Facebook.
Out of Alliance. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
to
do
the
you guys
gym.
know what's going on with this?
No, so you got to give me some backstory on this one.
So Angela's the girl who at the UFC athletes retreat, she would go on social media and post pictures of Cyborg talking shit about her. Cyborg, the female fighter, and just literally cyberbullying her. Cyborg sees her at the athletes retreat, addresses her, socks her in the face for talking all that shit about her. So then this idiot Angela is gonna sue her. She's suing Cyborg, but now she's even going on social media more like. Just kind of taunting Cyborg and Brandon Vera, who's a great dude. He's like, I can't have this at my gym. I guess in the gym, she starts drama. She's a troublemaker. So he's like, you're out.
She's
I
an
gotta get rid
asshole.
of you. Yeah.
Good for him because you don't need that type of shit in there. There's no respect.
And
at
also,
all.
yeah, she also didn't get punched to the way Cyborg can punch. She got
She
punched.
got socked.
Yeah.
She got socked.
Yeah.
A punch is a punch, but that's besides the fact.
Yeah.
Didn't leave a mark, did it? Is there any
It
mark
fucked
on
her jaw. Yeah, she was bleeding.
yeah.
No, she got punched, B. Like, she legit got punched. She didn't get knocked out, but she got fucked up.
Right.
But Brandon Vera puts here, I was going to leave this alone, but this trifling cunt is still at it. She kind of embodies what's wrong with the world today. Super entitled, whines and cries about everything. IG ass famous. I'm not mad at her ass. And no other skills whatsoever. Pretty worthless. Bitch, you got your card pulled for cyberbullying, someone you thought you'd never run into. Super drama queen. Do me a favor, keep your ass away from Alliance. Yeah. But he has a good point, and it's true. P.S. There's a reason why no one is standing up for you, not your homegirls, training partners, even fighters at the summit. You deserved it, which is true. Wow. Also, your hospital pics are shipped for a case since you went to a Snoop Dogg concert at the very same evening.
Wow.
Which is a good point.
Hey, you know what?
Good for Brandon
good
Vera.
for him.
He's
for
a really
calling her.
good dude, yeah.
You know what? Like that.
He's
just
a no bullshit type of guy.
And that
Love
goes
it.
to show that look, we live in this world of heavy cyberbullying, and no one ever gets called out. And you both know that this goes on, and wouldn't it just be great to like just run up on that person one damn
That's
time.
because there's no consequences.
Right.
So then people go, no, you can't advocate somebody punch in the face. No, you can't.
No, you can punch in the face.
I talked to somebody on Instagram
I guarantee
about that.
she's going to avoid Cyborg now.
Yeah. Also, they're fighters, and if you're going to do that and get in Cyborg's face after you post that really mean shit,
you're an idiot.
You're a professional fighter, you're going to get.
Do you ever see what happened?
I'm fine with
you
it.
ever see what happened to Deontay Wilder? This guy kept harassing him. And Deontay Wilder said, come to the gym. Here's the address. Dude shows up, jumps in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder goes, get your cameras out. Let everyone know he okayed this. This is what happened. He knocks him out.
Yeah.
Good.
Knocked him the fuck out.
Good.
Yeah.
There's another case in England where this guy was talking shit to this English boxer. English boxer, somehow someone leaked his address, showed up at his door, and was like, what the fuck's up now? And the guy was like, oh shit. That's because these social media.
I almost feel like it needs to happen. Like
way more.
I think there needs to be. I was actually thinking about this today because Sheree and I, we go through some of this crap, and people always tell, "Oh, don't worry about the haters." It's not hating. It's like, you deal with racial comments, you deal with real bullying garbage. And it would be great to just have a couple computer hackers at your side and just say, you know what, I got this guy's IP address, but I also know where he works.
Yep.
And, first of all, what I would love to do is take what he wrote or she wrote.
Let the boss know.
And give it to the boss and be like, this is the type of piece of shit that you hire. Or go to the kids, the father's son's school. Go to the superintendent or go to the teacher and say, this is so-and-so's dad.
The time it bothers me if I see a troll, I click on the profile and they have kids. I'm like, oh my God. Tell your kid you're hating on a guy who's so much more successful than your dad.
Yeah.
Go tell your kid what you were doing, man. He's like, holy fuck, my dad's a loser.
Well, I've clowned a few guys like that and said, it's kind of weird that you're calling me these names and this and that, but you have children. You have a daughter. You have this, that, and the other.
Go tell your daughter, hey, I just wrote a mean comment to Phil Heath, the 7-time Mr. Olympia. They go, oh my God, my dad's a fucking loser.
Real loser. Like real idiot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
How horrible. I mean.
And you know what they find is that they did the study that it was like just kids in the basement. It's not.
No.
It's actually people it's doctors, lawyers, it's kindergarten teachers. It's a subset of the society. There are just people out there that are frustrated with their life or they're angry or they just get off on being anonymous and just being mean. It's just this weird thing.
Most of the time it's them lashing out. Like when I first started doing stand-up, I get it all the time. And then I'd find these guys are writing these horrible comments. They'd slide in my DMs like, man, I've always wanted to do stand-up. I'm like, dude, I saw you post that horrible comment. So it's them lashing out because you're chasing your dreams. You're successful, and they've never had the balls to
It's a huge issue. But
it is if you let it be an issue.
No, but I'm saying it's a huge issue, not for me, because I'm still winning. I'm still doing my thing. But it's an issue for them, I'm saying, because they're walking.
Huge issue.
Because they're walking amongst us.
This is the issue, Phil, even for B. If your kids go to high school, so when I was in middle school, high school, if I got bullied, I only dealt with it when I went back to school. I'd sock them in the face. There would be an altercation. It would get squashed. Now kids get bullied in school, then they go home, online bullied, then they team up on them. So that's why you see a more rate of suicide too. Just saying the bullying now is 24/7.
And then the parents, or let alone the teachers, unfortunately, are just like, well, you can't really do anything. Yes, you can. Eventually, these kids are going to take it in their own hands.
Yeah,
and it ain't just in the inner cities either. It's it's everywhere.
100%.
I would tell any kid like, hey, don't if my daughter was getting punked like this all the damn time,
go and sock him in the face.
You're going to have a choice. Like you're going to have a decision you have to make.
Yep.
And it's like, are you going to continue to let this happen? And if the kid keeps running to the teacher, they're made fun of for that, right?
Yep.
So now it just becomes a bigger issue when really all these kids are trying to do is just, go get an education, or adults are just trying to go to work and go do their 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 and just go live a life. Unfortunately, we deal with this way too often. I think it is unfortunate, but in this case, I do see that, justice was served, and best of luck to her. But I'm a Cyborg fan. And I'm glad that she speaks out about this stuff because I'm tired of her getting the runaround and people just, lashing out at her. She's done really nothing wrong but just do her craft.
I watch at a high fucking level.
They should show some more respect. And,
I hope it works out for her, man.
Yeah, I do too.
What else you got, Chin? But this is what else is weird. So, and I'd have to know more of the details. But so you're telling me at the UFC, this same summit, not the same summit, before the week when they did the press conference, Kevin Lee and Michael Chiesa get an altercation on stage. Chiesa gets punched in the face by Kevin Lee. And the UFC goes, they show that highlight over and over and over. How is that any different?
Correct.
Where if it happens again on your watch at a UFC athlete retreat and Cyborg punch her, and now we're talking about you're pressing charges?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then what about Kevin Lee? How are you guys not handling that? There's no repercussions. Or how about when John Jones in DC sold one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time by getting a fist fight at a press conference? Mm-hmm. Where were the charges pressed then? But now all of a sudden Cyborg. Now we're talking about charges pressed against.
That's crap.
And you don't think UFC can help out? You don't think they know the LAPD? You don't think they can? I'm sorry, the Las Vegas PD. You don't think that they could sway them in a direction?
Sure.
How weird is that, man?
I don't know what is it about Cyborg? She can't catch a break. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's more on Magana though, right? So if she wants to be a jerk and press charges, no matter what anyone
You know what
says,
happened with that? It would take Dana White one text going, "Hey, stop this,
Knock it off."
and it's she would shit her pants.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey, stop this bitch, or you're Invicta for the next 10 years. It's over. Game's over.
Yeah.
No one's helping her.
No.
It's all career suicide. She's kicked out of her gym. She's going to get booed like a motherfucker if she ever fights in the UFC again. You're the snitch. You're the professional fighter that snitched on another fighter that you're cyberbullying that everyone deals with, especially in the UFC. All UFC fighters deal with. You know how many UFC fighters would love to...
she's a UFC fighter doing it.
Well, you know how many UFC fighters would love to sock one of these haters in the face, and then Cyborg socks the girl in the face? I hate to tell you, I keep forgetting her name. I don't even fucking know. I don't know who she was.
Angela Magna.
That's what you're known as this girl. You're the snitch. Now she has a blowout ass, and I appreciate that. But you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
But look at these pictures. Like this is fucking pathetic.
She's just highlighting all this stuff and still talking shit.
She's
It's
kind
weird.
of a shithead.
What else you got, Jen? Is that it?
How about this?
What the
In Australia, as usual,
goddammit.
a 9-foot shark jumped into a fishing boat while someone was actually fishing there.
And it was a great white.
It's a great white.
Great white.
He's like,
But
save
luckily,
me.
he was able to jump on top of that top part of the boat. And I don't know if he actually let the fish go. He probably just waited till he died.
Damn, it says he struck the dude with his pectoral fin as he jumped in.
My first instinct was to say 9 feet isn't that big, and now I'm like, that's 9 feet.
That's
That's
9
a
feet.
giant
That's
shark.
It's a giant shark. 9
wow.
feet.
And then
It ain't 20 feet, but it's 9.
and 73-year-old
Plenty
man.
big.
73-year-old man.
Do you see that video of that guy petting the great white? You seen that? Why don't you pull that up for a sec? Pull that up and take a look at this. This thing was curious, and it was out of the water. And watch this motherfucker pet this great white. Have you seen this, Brendan?
Yeah.
This one?
Right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
7 years ago?
It's old, yeah. It's
Go ahead.
super
Take a
old.
look, though. Take a look at this. Just watch.
Oh,
It's just staring at you. It's just staring, okay?
Oh, dude.
Now that's a 9-footer.
Yeah.
I can't, man.
You enjoy that shit, please. Enjoy that shit. He's petting it. And it's like kind of enjoying
He's
it.
like, no.
It's just curious. He's kind of like,
I guess.
If you were behind him, would you be
Yes, I would.
God.
Yes,
Is that
I
it,
fucking
Chin?
would.
Fuck, man.
You could kind of dive into its mouth, and I wonder what would happen.
You
It'd be like a great way to suicide.
You just never get out.
Dive in.
Just go ahead.
Would he
Good way
spit
to
you out
go.
and freak out, or would
No.
he chomp down?
You just leave you in there.
Yeah, I mean,
You should. Someone should
straight
try
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Someone should try it.
Sometimes you just disappear. Just see a
Phil, you got any appearances you want to plug, man, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm actually going over to New York this Saturday at the NPC Atlantic States, hosted by Olympia head judge Steve Weinberger.
Nice.
And then after that, just catch me over at Armbrust getting after for the Mr. Olympia run.
Love it, man.
For more information for that, just go on my social media at Phil Heath. I'm going to be doing random posts from here and there talking about the Olympia.
Love it.
I actually have to sign my Olympia contract as I get home on
nice,
Monday.
man.
So they'll be able to find out more information about that, and really just I'm really appreciative to all my fans out there. Shout out to the guys at the USO. They have been doing some really amazing stuff, and we plan on doing more work with them. Shout out to my friend Robert Irvine. He's, along with the Gary Sinise Foundation, been doing some really cool stuff, and I can't wait to see those guys because we've been able to go on tour, saluting the troops and whatnot. But really, that's all I got. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man.
Talking
Well,
some
you know we
trash and
support
stuff.
Thank you,
brother.
Phil.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Memorial
Yeah.
Day, think about those people who gave their lives and the families that are dealing with that. Everybody, thanks for listening. Phil Heath, you're the man, man. We really
You're the man,
appreciate it.
man.
Hey, come see me.
Seven time Mr. Olympia coming
Irvine,
up.
June 8th, 9th, and 10th. And yes, 7 time in September.
Yeah, go see
We'll be
Brian Callen.
watching.
Was it B?
September 8th, 9th, and
not
10th.
September.
I'm sorry, buddy.
God,
June,
dog.
June 8th,
Really good
9th,
at
and
promoting.
10th. I know, buddy. You gotta help me.
June
8th, 9th, and 10th. You can come touch my war wound.
TFATK.com has all the tickets.
My scalping.
Next week, I will be in Australia. That's crazy to even say that. I will be in Australia. The only tickets left are in Auckland and the additional show in Sydney, and those are almost sold out. TFATK.com for all those tickets. Then June 22nd, Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. I will be there. TFATK.com. This is the Final Kid with the gifted one. We're out.